Hello and welcome to League of Thieves. You know me as Nimsy, and once again I'll be your host this evening. Last time out we saw the group stages kick off with some great games, and tonight we get to sit back, watch and enjoy as all of that continues. It's match day 2 of the group stages in our EU season. There's lots of exciting matchups to look forward to tonight, and I fully expect our European teams to give us some thrilling and surprising moments tonight. But first of all, to bring you all of that action, I'm going to need some help. So for the time being, allow me to introduce Mala. This will change a little bit later because Tank Lady is going to be joining us, but she may have fallen asleep. So let's get some Mala hype going in here from everybody for now. How are you doing, Mala?
I'm very well, and I would like to tell you about some of the rules today.
Okay.
Every team plays against the other team in their group twice. These matches reward the team with group points. If you win, you get 3 points. If you draw, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0 points. After all group matches have been played, the 2 teams from each group with the most points will proceed to the knockout stages.
Yep, that's right. We're going to get those ships rolling and cannons firing very soon, but before we head over to the action, we're going to take a look at how the groups are looking after the previous match day. Then we're going to have a brief peek at what matches from those groups we have coming up for you tonight. So, starting with Group A. We saw Venomous and Midnight Waters going head-to-head, and Midnight Waters managed to hold Venomous out for a draw, which left them sharing the reward and taking just 1 point each. There's going to be no matches from Group A coming up tonight, so this group's going to remain exactly how it is. Then following that, we have Group B, where Lobsters took 3 points after a victory against the Sinking Dutchman. There's some big matches coming up in this group tonight as Friendly Ghosts get in on the action against both of their Group B rivals, so that's going to be really exciting to see. Then moving over to Group C, you might recall Pestilence last time out showing off their clean cannoning capabilities against HMS Terror. There's a repeat fixture between those 2 teams tonight, and I'm sure that HMS Terror will be coming back seeking some revenge, and you'll have to continue waiting to see Bloody Rascals until Thursday. That's when their first group matches are going to take place. And then finally we have Group D. Golden Sea Dogs last time out had some golden results against both of their opponents in the group. Elo Police and Better Call Scuttle both falling short against Golden Sea Dogs, who looked to be the team to beat in Group D. Better Call Scuttle had better step it up if they want to redeem themselves today and take a win against Golden Sea Dogs. Now you're all caught up with our groups, let's quickly go ahead and take a peek at what matches we've got coming up for you today. So first up, it's a Group B match between Friendly Ghosts and the Sinking Dutchman. After that, it's down to Group D, where Better Call Scuttle go against Elo Police. Back up to Group B, where Friendly Ghosts face off Lobsters. And then back down to Group D, where Better Call Scuttle face Golden Sea Dogs. And finally, finishing off with a Group C match, Pestilence versus HMS Terror. And I think we're almost ready to get that action underway, so if we jump over to our main page, I'll shortly bring up the POVs and we can get these games started. Sound good?
Yes, but I see that Tank Lady has joined us.
Tank Lady's joined us. Hello, Tank Lady.
Yes.
Wait, let's go back over here for a second then. Let's introduce Tank Lady. How are you doing today, Tank Lady? Feeling sleepy?
I am doing just fine. I may have slept through my alarm, but I'm here now.
That's
Well,
perfect.
hopefully you're well rested
Yeah, I'm
then.
good to go.
We're good to go. Perfect. Okay, so I think we're going to leave Mala down to the ref duties for now, and it's going to be me and Tank Lady. Perfect time to give a big thank you to our ref team, Eyes, Shuffle and Mala today. Doing a great job as always on that ref ship.
Have fun casting, have fun watching the games, and I already see people calling me out on puking people. That's a privilege to get puked on by me, okay? That
Yeah,
is a
okay.
freaking privilege.
You are lucky if you get
Exactly. Not everybody gets to experience this. So
Okay, thank you. Take care, Mala. We'll see you a little bit later.
bye.
Bye-bye. So, starting up with our first match of the evening, just to remind you, it's Friendly Ghosts versus the Sinking Dutchman. I'm going to go ahead and bring those POVs up right now, and this game will be underway in no time. Who should we jump on board with for Friendly Ghost here? I see Shinix, perfect. Okay, quite a reveal there and a lovely little pose here for you all. And I think we have Vilpero too. First time we're going to see him playing for Friendly Ghosts today. A few new additions for this group stage. They've got Korvax and they've got Vilpero. And over for Sinking Dutchman, if I bring these POVs up, I'm pretty sure we've got Boga. Yeah, perfect. I see Boga and I see El Jabrante. I'll get his POV up for you now. And we are pretty much good to go, apart from I'm missing my ref map just for the minute. I'm sure our referee is just having a small issue and they'll get that ref map POV back for us shortly. In the meantime, let's talk about this upcoming match. Any predictions or any expectations from this match, Tank?
I mean, my mind is kind of on Friendly Ghosts here. I've seen Sinking Dutchman put up some fierce fights, but I do remember back before the Gauntlet when Friendly Ghost was going up against Venomous every time, and they really kind of rose to the top with that intense practice with those matches. So I really think that's paid off for them, and they've been doing really well.
They have been doing really well. I think Sinking Dutchman might have a tough game on their hands here. Looks like they're
Yeah.
just dealing with a Skelly ship actually over on a Friendly Ghost ship, so just a few more minutes before we get this match underway. Thank you all for joining us. I haven't had a chance to read everything that was said so far. Good to see all the regulars. Hello Joel, hello Alara, hello Korvax. Nice to see you, Kev. Few first time chats too. Welcome in Norskov and welcome in Wrath. Good to see you. And three leg John, love that name. Wow. Oh, and
Hi,
Aori, of
everyone.
course, can't forget a hello to you. Oh, and Pips, hey. Just a short period longer. Hopefully, if our referee can hear me, I just need your ref POV up for our map. Always love to see where the ships are on that map, see how close they're getting. Actually, you know what? It probably is just a reason to give me anxiety watching the ships on these bounds, honestly. Sometimes I'd rather not look.
Yeah, sometimes watching that map can be really stressful. A lot of the teams, they learn the boundaries really well and they'll push that line for an advantage.
Yeah.
But in these 1v1s, if you go out, you're out. There's no second chances, there's no 60-second timer that you can use to come back in, so you really gotta watch it.
Yeah, very unforgiving those lines can be. Nice to see our teams playing around. 4 barrels participating for the Sinking Dutchman tonight. Once again, sorry for the delay. One of our referees looks like he's having a little bit of a technical issue. We're desperate to get this game started.
Yeah.
Yanko, they're stacking the Yanko, oh god. We don't want to see
Oh,
that
the
here.
anchor! Yeah. Imagine boarding a boat for the anchor and you see this.
When a Bloody Rascals playing, Bloody Rascals play next Thursday and next Sunday. They've got matches against HMS Terror and Pestilence in Group C. A few teams missing tonight, no Group A matches, so no Midnight Waters, no Venomous, no Bloody Rascals tonight. Who else is missing tonight? I think most teams are playing. Lots and lots of Group C matches and Group B matches today. Okay, looks like I got my ref POV, and that's perfect, all good to go. Curious to see if Friendly Ghosts have some audio for us today. Doesn't seem like there is. Hopefully I can get audio on somebody's stream, that'd be lovely.
You could just make the sound effects yourself, Nimsy.
No, that's your job, that's why you're here.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I think I just have sound from the stream. It's in the wrong place for me, so I'm going to move it in just a second. Hello, first time chat. Welcome in Keyohui. I'm going to butcher that so bad.
Prepare yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, and we're finally off. It's Friendly Ghosts versus the Sinking Dutchman. Friendly Ghosts' first group stage match. The Sinking Dutchman last time out faced off against Lobsters, and they took a loss against Lobsters. Friendly Ghosts finishing second in the preseason leaderboard, so you would expect that they're going to be the favourites for this matchup.
I'm definitely excited to see them play again. See how they do against a team other than Venomous. I loved watching those fights, but they're probably happy to have some new opponents.
Yeah, I agree. That's something good in the group stage that we didn't have in the preseason for a long time. The ELO is really determining who you're playing against, and they didn't get to face a lot of these teams, so it's quite exciting to face off and see new matchups.
Yes, exactly. It's very exciting. In each of these groups, they all end up playing each other, right?
They play against the people in their groups. They don't play against people outside of their groups, though.
Yeah, in their group. Looks like both of them are pulling up sales here off the bat. I think Friendly Ghost has pulled all of their sales. They're just daring the Sinking Dutchman to come close here. A lot of this opening broad will come down to who can hit those long shots. Oh, people are saying I'm a bit quiet. That's probably true.
Turned you up on everything I can. I've got you full volume on everything, so
I'll
tried.
just stick the mic really close to my face and hope that helps. Sorry, guys. This is better. Okay, perfect. Start shouting. Yeah, I'll just talk really loud and make my my neighbors hate me.
Wait, what? Pigs?
Yelling at 10 a.m. about chips and pirates.
Apparently we're gonna have a casted games where Mala and Izzy are casting and me so that they can both sit there and bully me. Apparently that's a thing.
Oh, I'm down. I'll watch.
You can come take part if you want, I think.
I remember casting, it was me and Snowy and you, and we just talked about drink for a whole match, and that was a good time.
Yeah, I think it was like a whole hour of just talking about cocktails and Mala just trying to figure out what our secret cocktail ingredients are. I'm sorry, whoever was playing those matches and we didn't cast your match. Seeing lots of these
Speaking
cannons
of...
going for the Sinking Dutchman's lowers.
Yeah.
They seem to be handling it pretty well. They've still got 3 people top deck by the looks of it, which means that they're fairly comfortable right now, but Friendly Ghost cannons are no joke, and they will put you under the pressure very quickly. Oh, nice dodges there from Shinix to play his life, make sure he doesn't go down.
Yeah, that first one ball is so important in these matches often. You get one person down and another person on the res, and that's 2 people instantly off cannons for about 15 seconds. And in these broads, that's a crucial time.
Virapera making a very small error there on a build and shaking his screen just to let us know his frustration and know that he's disappointed with himself in that moment, but he's doing a good job down there. As Friendly Ghost look like they've got Sinking Dutchman under a significant amount of pressure so far. They've got them double demasted. Friendly Ghost still holding on to all 3 of their sails, which is going to give them a bit of an advantage on maneuverability. I think as I say that, their mid-mast just goes down. Something that these teams
Yeah.
do very purposefully is they take these orbital fights on the right side broad so that when that middle mast does go down, it doesn't drop in their view line.
Yes, every helm knows that. Pick the that's your favorite side for a broadside. If you can manage it.
Already sending a border here on Friendly Ghost. Furious Biscuit went straight over, but I think he's already been killed, and now Shinix is going to go over. We can jump on board with his POV if he does decide to go for it, but looks like maybe he got called back by his team, so he sticks. Goes for the D-mast.
Looks like they got that D-mast again. Beautiful chain shot there.
They do. Let's jump on board with his single P. I thought, oh, okay, I thought he was about to shoot back to his own ship, but he used the cannon to get onto the ship. Gets 1 kill, gets the anchor down, doing a great job here. Now it's just about playing his life, see what damage and distraction he can do against the Sinking Dutchman, who are chasing him around, trying to get the kill. Managed to do a little bit of damage on him, but not enough, and playing the great, making those backsplashes on the Sinking Dutchman. This could be fatal for them, playing with 3 men, because he did get that kill, but Shinix gets killed. Is it going to be enough? Did they get it in time? Jump on board with one of our other Sinking No, they sunk in that situation.
No, they
Shinix
went
just
down,
did enough. They got him right at
saw
the
them
end.
hit that mid deck through the great view there from Shinix, and oof. That backsplash on the great is enough often.
Yeah, and the fact that he dies
It's
on the great
such
too is
a
massive, because then it also makes it difficult
exactly.
for
It's
the
such a
bilges.
dangerous play, and if the bilge doesn't notice right away, they'll get a couple of backsplashes off before it's called out. Oh, that can be deadly.
Game over.
It's
You're right,
such a good
Shinix.
strategy.
Shinix is just really, really good. That was pretty much a masterclass in boarding. Gets on, gets the kill,
Yeah,
gets the anchor down, plays the distraction, plays the great, forces the
plays the great.
backsplashes, and that's a GG.
Dies on the great. That's a GG, yep. Really well played there.
Quite a quick match too, so we're going to move over to our second match in just a second, which is going to be Medical Scuttle versus Elo Police. These two teams did play in our last group match day, but not against each other. They both played against the third team in their group, Golden Sea Dogs, and they both took a loss. So against each other, this is going to be a really good opportunity for either team to pick up points and try close the gap between themselves and Golden Sea Dogs. POV wise, I'll go ahead and bring up some POVs for you very soon.
Your match will begin shortly. Please take your starting position.
Elo Police, like the Sinking Dutchman, another team that did struggle in the pre-season, but Elo Police were showing some good growth. They were really getting back into it, and with a few roster additions and a bit more practice, learning the metas a bit, they started to get some good results. But they've ended up in Group D, which is honestly a very tough group. Golden Sea Dogs and Better Call Scuttle were no joke. They're going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see Elo Police play here. They're a little bit of a favorite of mine. I love watching them
Oh
play. I'm
really? Why
always
so?
rooting for them. I know 1 or 2 of the players on their team, I believe. And I like a good um underdog. Like you were saying, they struggle a little bit with the meta. They're a newer team, but they're always playing. They don't give up. They keep going at it, and I love to see that. They just seem to have a good attitude and perseverance.
Yeah, they do, and that attitude is what's going to help them get better and learn.
Absolutely.
I don't want
I
to see
mean
any
that
120 FOVs. This is not 120. It's not. I know
Come
that you
on,
know it too.
guys. Come on, guys. Don't
I think
start.
Pips just comes for the Elo Police matches
Oh,
just to say it.
just to say it. Yeah. There's always got to be one. Prepare to get tickets, Nimsy.
Oh my god. No, actually, I mean, during matches, it's not me that has to deal with that, so fire tickets away and you'll get a very angry Snowy Cat.
Oh, that's dangerous. Be careful.
I'm kidding. She's lovely.
Prepare yourselves.
Why
3, 2, 1, go!
Very excited. Oh, lovely anchor on Elo Police. It's one of my favorites. Another reason to like them.
It's funny, FOV map watcher issue. Oh my, no
Oh my
Lumic.
god.
If you're gonna come here and grieve me, at least say hello first. I don't want to see your first message be grieving me, Lumic.
I mean, a view is a view, right?
Yeah, true.
Alright. We're lining up for the starting positions here.
I'm going left it.
Yeah, we're gonna bring up the comms from Elo Police here, so that's who you're gonna be listening to in the background of these matches.
Cannons go pew pew. Oh,
Yay.
Curious to jump on with Kev, the Builder's POV, and see exactly how quickly Better Call Scuttle get him down and working on those lower deck goals. It's gonna be Elo Police that open the shooting very far. I think it was more just a pop shot.
Yeah,
Can
just
they do
test that
this?
range a little bit.
no, it's not effective there, guys.
Often in a 1v1 like this, these long shots like that, teams will hold off. Like you see, Better Call Scuttle is not firing back here because they do
They're in
have a
range now.
limited supply count. So you want to make every shot matter.
Effective my ass, which is to hit lowest. I can't see over the waves here what I'm hitting.
Great comms from Elo Police.
Like hitting the mast now.
Yeah, and this is the distance where those cannons really start lighting up. This is the nice, comfortable,
Keep rolling.
still quite long range, but guaranteed hits. It's like Kev is already sent down there.
Kev
A really
is
nice
down
cannonball
already.
placement from Better Call Scuttle. That's the perfect place to get the first few lowers, get that
my
bilge
cannon
as
is
far
very
away
fast
from the
here.
stairs as possible.
Good line.
Yeah.
No, tight angle.
Looks like Better Call Scuttle's got a bit of a cracked mast, but they seem to be sitting pretty comfy still. They've got 3 people on cannon. Looks like they're dry bottom deck as well.
Who's shooting top decks currently? Got one track on Visualize. Reballing.
Yeah, it looks like Elo Police may be focusing top deck shots right now, trying to go for a 1 ball. They're not really giving Better Call Scuttle a lot of lowers for their build to
Getting
worry
powered
about.
around.
Just a couple of holes to keep him busy, but no. There's a few lowers coming in, but maybe not
A
enough to
couple
keep
now,
him too
but-
busy. They really want to be pumping those lowers and get that flex busy too.
Rolling.
That balance between hitting top decks and lower decks,
Yeah, it's massive in
It's
1v1s.
Yeah.
it's such an important thing to
go
know
up
when to
50.
do, when to go for those 1 balls, when to put the bottom pressure, and that's just a skill you learn over time with experience
I'm off.
and knowing the teams.
I cannot catch. I need to whip. I need to get out of here.
Let's say somebody on Elo Police just got hit off the
Yeah,
ship.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Oh
Sounds like it was their helm, which is a little bit inconvenient. Bilge and Flex both working on dealing with this water that's being pumped into them by Better Call Scuttle.
Should I?
That's
We need a
when you
Bilge
hope your
POV from
helm-
Better Call Scuttle at a minute, so we can't see if they're going to be sending any borders. Oh, it's Loki
Yeah.
actually that got hit off for Elo Police, not their helm.
Training, yeah.
Okay.
Gonna send borders here.
Yeah, I need
I
help.
can
I'm
hold.
bad flash and I'm lagging a spot.
I will go help him.
Go red.
Looks
Go
like
red.
Better Call Scuttle
It's
might
not gonna
have
make it.
the
Huh?
nose
Who's the
on
other
Elo
one?
Police a
Red.
little bit here,
go, back
just
up,
from the
back up.
positioning.
I'm back. There's no one there.
They have, but what they've done is they've sent 3 boarders who are all on board, or at least 2 of them are on board Elo Police right now, already getting 1 kill. It doesn't matter if they nose right now, or the helm on
Yeah.
or the bilge actually rather on Better Call Scuttle right now is trying to bring that ship over as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Back
they
his
know
team
Elo
up.
Police
Yeah, I'm
is
holding
distracted,
here.
so they're not gonna have to
Yep.
worry about those cannons
Elo
going
Police
and
are
giving up those
touching
front
mid deck,
doors.
trying to deal with those borders. He has a teammate down there mid deck. He's not gonna be able to hold that.
Oh, those map table buckets! You can't
Oh,
do
he's
that when you hit map
Yeah.
table.
We're lagging like crazy.
You
right
gotta
now.
take them up the stairs. I
Yep.
see
I'm also
teams
just
do
hopping
that.
down the stairs and going around them. I can't even move.
You gotta take them up the stairs when you hit map
Game
table.
over.
PSA for all teams. Don't gray bucket when you hit map table.
Yeah,
I think Kev was just lagging a little bit there as well, throwing him off a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
could
But
see that.
Yeah,
Oh,
but then you took out
what
both
happened
players.
was Loki got hit off of Elo Police, and Elo Police went for the reset, and Better Call Scuttle used that opportunity to send 3 borders.
the
And
triple board. Yep.
when Better Call Scuttle send their borders, it's gonna be tough because they're pretty damn good.
Oh.
Two pretty
Yeah,
quick games
fending
so
off a
far.
triple board, regardless of the team, it's really tough in these 1v1s. If you've got that bottom deck pressure, your bilge has to keep bucketing. You're dealing with a triple board, you got one person off the boat. Like, well played on Friendly Ghost. That was really good timing for that board.
On
Or not
Better Call
Friendly
Scuttle, you
Ghost.
mean? Yeah.
On Better Call Scuttle. You just changed the names and I read it
Sorry.
as I was talking.
I rolled the dice, then I saw the flag.
Really, really good timing there for that triple board.
It's unlucky.
Yeah, what usually happens is teams want to take that reset, but they need to understand that if they take that reset, then they're basically inviting a free boarding opportunity from their opponent. So you want to take that reset, but you really need to be cautious and expect those borders to come and make sure they don't get on, because obviously when you're taking a reset, it tends to mean that you're hurting quite a bit, enough to make you want to reset and repair.
Yeah, and you're likely having at least 2 people below deck trying to get control over your lower holes.
Moving back over to our other matchup, Friendly Ghost versus the Sinking Dutchman. Just gonna bring up the Sinking Dutchman POVs once again.
So Friendly Ghosts already won the first match in this. They really want to make it a 2-0 though, right? They get more points that way for their group.
Well, it needs to be a 2-0 to get the... Well, I mean, they could draw this second matchup and come away with a 1-0 win, which is enough to get the 3 points. They just need to win the set overall. So a 2-0 win, a
Okay,
1-0
okay.
win, anything other than a 1-1, 0-0, or 0-1 or 0-2. So they will be hoping...
Okay, so Friendly
to
Ghost
get the
is
win here too, yeah.
sitting pretty comfy here, so that it's going to be on Sinking Dutchman to push this fight and really go for that sink.
Yeah, very comfortable position for them, and Sinking Dutchman need to get aggressive here, and they need to put up a bit of a better fight than we just saw them play against Friendly Ghosts. It's going to be tough. Friendly Ghosts are a scary team to play against, especially with these new additions. You see Vilpera on the screen there. For those that don't know, he used to play for a team called Gold Picaroon, sorry. And yeah, he's I mean, personally, he's one of the best builders I've seen. He's really, really good.
He's
Knows what
very
he's
good.
doing.
Yeah.
Damn right annoying to play against, I'll tell you that. So Sinking Dutchman are just moving into their ready position, dropping their sails now. Should mean that they're ready. By the looks of it, it looks to me like they're in the right spot. A referee just zooming in, checking their sails are down to signify that they're ready for us to start this match.
Your match
Looks
will
like
begin
both
shortly.
teams are going to have
Please
side
take your
wind
starting
here, so they
position.
should get decent positioning.
Prepare yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off. Friendly Ghost versus the Sinking Dutchman, round 2, 1-0 up Friendly Ghosts.
All right, let's see if Sinking Dutchman can take it back. They've really got to get in there and go for that
Audio.
sink. They can't
Siamo là
afford
per
a
i nostri
draw
amici
here.
che non ci
but-
seguono da casa.
Friendly Ghost can.
Ciao mamma.
Oh, we've got some comms this time.
Yeah, we got some Italian comms coming in from the Sinking Dutchman. I think that's Italian, I'm pretty sure.
La nostra posta.
Sorry if I'm wrong.
Sì, sì, ho scritto.
It's going to be interesting to see how they handle that pressure and listen to their comms when that pressure is coming in.
Loro sulla scuola, grazie.
Yeah,
Destra.
comms are often an overlooked factor in the competitive slot. You can have really calm comms, you can have really frantic ones. Kind of depends on how best your team works together, but at the end of the day, you better know
Sono...
what everyone on your team is doing.
You know, Sea of Thieves is a really interesting game when it comes to comms, because I come from a comm scene on other games, and honestly the comms on that are frantic and like,
Madonna.
compared to Sea of Thieves, they sound like you're crazy, like everything's shorthand calling out random little things and nobody stops talking. You'll have 4 or 5 people on a team and everybody's just constantly feeding as much information as they can, whereas a lot of people in Sea of Thieves, they prefer the really calm comms. They like everything to be chill and not clogs and call out as little as possible, but like whenever the information is needed, call it out, which is quite interesting. Sinking Dutchman got a nice 1-ball there on Shinix at the start in that opening broad, and Friendly Ghost said, are they going to send a triple board here already?
Uno si è lanciato.
That opening 1 ball can really push the
Destra.
advantage.
Destra,
Let's
destra.
see if they'll make full
It
use
can,
of it.
but Friendly Ghost are the ones that got 1-balled. It was the Sinking, it was Shinix that got 1-balled for Friendly Ghost, and he got revived, and they've immediately gone for a board. We're gonna
And they've
see both
immediately-
POVs, the Garda and the attacker here on the ladder. Oh, that's
No,
perfect
mi
from
avevo
Shinix on
staccato,
that ladder.
non
2-tapping Bogno
Niente.
straight off of the
Now he's
ladders.
playing great again.
Yep, and they've got
I
3
don't know if
people
there's
on board.
enough lower pressure
Sì,
here
ma
to
sì,
make
sì,
that
sì,
great
sì.
play. Yeah, they only have ankle deep
Qua mi ha
water
fatto
here,
un
but
tap incredibile.
he's still keeping that bilge busy.
Salissimo.
Nave sta continuando a girare a
Che sono
destra.
stupido.
It looks like they've got the full team wipe, so now this is Friendly Ghost ship now. They've taken full control of this, and no matter how many lowers, I think as long as they have 1 lower, they can hold
As long
this,
as
and
they
it
have
looks
one,
like they're going
which
to.
they do.
Come funziona.
Cosa basta fare?
We'll see.
Yep,
This
it's
could just
touching
be a
mid
very
already.
quick
Oh wow.
takedown.
Yeah.
That early board.
Vabbè. Siamo già
I wasn't
sincati, posto.
expecting it.
Mamma mia, proprio non
You'd
c'è
think
stato
that
gioco.
seeing as the Sinking Dutchman got the 1-ball on Shinix from Friendly
Game
Ghost, you'd
over.
think that that would have set a bit of momentum in their favor, but Friendly Ghost just... It came out of nowhere. They just sent 3 borders straight away as Sinking Dutchman sort of started to pull out.
Scherzando.
And
Yeah. I mean, that was a very unexpected play. I think it paid off. Often in these 1v1s, it becomes so like you know exactly what the other team's gonna do. So a move like this, it can work because they're not expecting it.
yeah, and I think most teams watching Friendly Ghost will find that play a little bit scary. That was... I mean, the way Shinix played that ladder was pretty much perfection.
Yeah.
And that's over already. I mean, Friendly Ghosts have already cleaned up that match. Very, very tidy, very convincing, entirely dominant 2-0 win versus the Sinking Dutchman.
Yeah. It was just a very clean play, very good boarding. Not much to say. I mean, well played.
Boh ragazzi, oggi era un botto, chiedo Venia per...
I'll bring those comms down from that team for
Okay.
you, and then we're going to work on going back over to our other set, who I assume probably won't be ready for a little while because they're probably still just starting to resupply their ship. That game was so fast.
Yeah, it looks like the refs from the ref POV, they still have both ships there getting their supply crates ready.
Okay, so that at least gives us a chance to go over and add those points into Group B. Friendly Ghosts.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Update that score. That's going to give them 3 points versus the Sinking Dutchman, which puts them level with Lobsters. And if we go to our matchups, Friendly Ghosts do play Lobsters there, so that is going to be a battle for the top spot in the group a little bit later on.
That's gonna be one to watch for. Yeah.
Better Call Scuttle currently 1-0 up against Elo Police. Let's have a brief look at how their group looks. That is Group D if we head over there. So Better Call Scuttle and Elo Police on no points here. No matter who wins this game, they're not going to catch up with Golden Sea Dogs, who are on 6 points. But if Better Call Scuttle do finish off that match set and they take the second win versus Elo Police, that's going to put them on 3 points, just 3 behind Golden Sea Dogs. And then later on we see our fourth matchup of the day is Better Call Scuttle versus Golden Sea Dogs. So if Better Call Scuttle can pull out a victory there, then they'll go level on points with Golden Sea Dogs. If Golden Sea Dogs take that win, then they're going to go even further ahead in Group D.
Yeah. So it's really on Better Call Scuttle here today to try and even up that match for themselves. They're doing a good job of it so far. They've got 1-0. So yeah, we'll see if they can hold that position.
Yeah, just to remind you what happens from these group stages. So basically, the top 2 teams from these group matches will go on to the knockout rounds. And you might wonder, what's the difference between finishing first and second? Well, if you finish first, that's going to give you a placement in the knockout rounds in the quarterfinals of the competition. It's going to put you against a runner-up from another group. So let's go ahead and say Golden Sea Dogs win Group D. They will most likely play against the runner-up from Group A. So finishing first in your group means that you get to avoid a winner from another group. So finishing first in your group can be massive. It can really mean that you get to avoid those really scary teams in those quarterfinals and not have to come up against them until the semi-finals or the finals.
Yeah, so that can be very strategic to get you a little bit further ahead than another team there.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's so worth it to finish top of your group. There's lots to play for. Of course, finishing second is okay because you're still in the competition, and avoid third place at all costs.
Yeah, third place they don't make it into the next round, correct?
Yep, Group 3 gets eliminated out of the group stage. They don't move on to the qualifiers, to the knockout stages, sorry. What's that, Iori? Oh, you've got it in front of you. So Group B winner fights Group C runner-up. So who? So that means Group... Wait. So that means Group D winner fights who?
Would fight A then?
Would fight A runner-up? That's what I said, is it not?
I think so.
Get out of here, Group... Yeah, that's what I said, Iori. Get out of here. So we'll go ahead and check in and see if these teams are almost ready. Looks like referees checking to see if their ships are in position. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and bring up the POVs again for you.
Ari's gonna clip you, Lindsay. He's gonna find the receipt.
It's Golden Sea Dogs if they win their group, no? We'll see. Clip it. Do it. I dare you.
Clip it, make a ticket, send it to Lindsay.
Unless I'm wrong, in which case, delete the clip.
Please take your starting position.
A conspiracy? Okay. New music? Is this new music? I think it is, right, Nimsy? You've added this in since we started group stage. Nimsy's really upgraded the look and the sound of the stream. He was working very hard on it for group stage, so enjoy.
Working hard is debatable.
Okay, looks like Elo Police is dropping their sails, so they should be good to go here.
Prepare yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go!
I love that the bucket skeleton is bucketing you. Tell the map watcher to heal up. Yeah.
That'd be Shovel. Shovel, we need you to heal to full. It's
You're
bugging some
poor
of
poor
our
Twitch
OCD
chat
viewers.
is dying. Thank you.
Everything to look at on the stream, Lumic, that's where your eyes are going. We're checking the health of our ref.
I'm aware. So, when I ref, I get the same comments in my stream if my health bar isn't full. So
No way.
I feel that one. I get called out all the time for that.
So we do have comms again from Elo Police on
from the
Loki's POV here. Let's jump on board with
let's
Loki and see how he opens this game. The layout is suboptimal.
Too late.
Too
I
fast
know,
on my
Lumic, I know.
Too slow. They're
And
going
what
in
role
closer.
is Loki playing? Is he the flex?
Yeah, Loki's flex.
Can someone
So
Okay.
Lumic's opinion is that it triggers him that the
Yep.
timer isn't in the center. I promise I've tried moving it elsewhere. It looks a little bit clunky and congested in some areas.
You could put 2 timers so that they're both on the.
Lumic, how about
On
we have a
either
timer
side
on the
of the
top,
map.
on the bottom, on the right, on the left?
Yeah.
In the middle of the POVs. Oh wow, Better Call Scuttle. I think that's Crowley nearly gets wombled straight away there. Managed to dodge just enough to keep his life.
One lower.
Really important to keep your life in these early broadsides. You don't want to give the other team that momentum.
Yeah, for sure. Even just the moral momentum, getting a 1 ball and calling that out to your team can be a real boost. And kind of help you keep that positive attitude going.
Yeah, especially if you call out exactly which cannon you got that 1 ball on so that your team can contribute to making sure that they don't get revived.
Going.
As we say that, there is a 1 ball for Crowley. Yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
is Crowley on
Looks like
Better
he
Call
gets
Scuttle.
that.
I'm full.
That res off. I think the range
Fine, I
here
get
was a bit long to be able to call out those specific shots.
Down dealing with the
Heading
water and the
cannon
holes,
line.
back up to top deck in daylight, gets his head
one more
wombled
one.
by cannon, and then back down to bottom
Back
deck
one.
for him.
Loki, can you try to hit
Bilge
Bilge
life, am I right?
Hashtag build life.
Even close.
Yeah, in the middle of the ship.
Caster, we have the
Nice.
cast removed for the bottom lane. Hey, look, it just comes up now and then. I don't want to keep it up the whole game.
Reballing real quick.
Kev, I need some fire on the helm.
Yeah, I was already switching.
Reballing.
I don't think I do have a second Better Call Scuttle POV. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They're opening me.
I'm
Reballing.
not getting slowly tight.
Saying they want the casters up the whole time.
Holding it.
I need to regrab woods. Bucket
I'm
me,
la-
you go up.
Yeah, you're just saying that as a
Lagging.
caster though, Corvax. You're just here for
Take
the
a chill
clout.
down,
We
don't
know.
judge
Yeah,
anything,
I'm
right?
lagging also.
I mean, I'm also saying that as a caster.
No, it's fine. I just like the
Why-
attention to be on the teams.
Why do you think we're here, Nimsy? It's not for you. It's for the clout. Clearly.
Just wants his ugly pirate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Message. Landed a
No, I
front,
just
so
want
I'm
the,
not
you know,
gonna
the
do-
eye to go towards the POVs and the
Sending fire
teams and
to
not
our
have any
balcony.
distractions. So I already got rid of the team logo from there. Those that
got
used to
them
watch the
back.
stream before
Reballing.
will remember that we used to have that glowy team logo, glowy League of Thieves logo there. I got rid of that too. I just
They're
don't want the
catching-
eye to
The
be
layout-
anywhere else other than these
sending
POVs.
one firebomb,
Yeah, it
reballing.
really
Are you
does
good
draw
on
your
angle?
eye straight to the POVs,
Yeah,
which is
I can reball.
great. Because that's the focus.
Getting rid of fire here. Oh no, it's not on balcony. I got knocked.
It was at the
We just want Corvax
Looks
there.
like
great.
Looks
I'm
like Better
on
Call
again,
Scuttle
I'm
has
on
some
again.
decent bottom deck
Find out
pressure.
when
I got back again. I got back.
I think they've got the flex down bucketing so that the bilge can repair here.
And look, this
No,
is
Pipe
Elo
blows,
Police's.
pipe blows,
Oh,
pipe
is he
blows.
playing MC Kev this game?
Rolling.
As he just gets one ball, just jumped on his
As he
POV
gets
just in time
balls.
to eat that cannonball. They're
Pipe
completely
blows,
dry,
pipe
Elo
blows.
Police. They're in a good position
Yeah.
here.
I'm aiming for front.
Yeah,
row.
they
It's-
are.
Kev,
Looks
Kev
like
aim
the helm
for,
is trying to get
top right.
I
behind
need
Better
to grab
Call Scuttle
wood.
here, but
I got on mid, it's
I
fine.
don't think they're gonna let that happen as I see them Better Call Scuttle drop the sail to stay ahead of that.
I need some buckets. I need buckets.
Getting.
This current mess. Does
sending
it
out-
look that bad, Lumic? Holy.
Take one more go up.
Angle,
Current
I'm doing
mess.
angle.
No,
Give-
I
give-
think it looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm already at helm and turning.
I was about to
Okay.
cry the whole way
Okay,
through the
back
rest of the
on
stream.
Grab.
Stop bullying Nimsy, you guys. Come on.
I'm off. I got popcorn. Catching, I think. No, too slow.
Looks like
I'm
we've
gonna
got
go
a
from him.
Oh,
Please hold your
board
plans.
or
Too
someone's
slow.
been knocked off. We got
Yeah,
a
it's Loki who just got
Loki in
knocked
the
off his own
water?
ship. He wasn't able to
Yeah.
grab it. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm
Oh,
cursing
no,
Kev. It's so bad.
Animal.
Every time I change to his POV, he gets one board. I'm so sorry, Kev. This is entirely our fault.
Go for a reset here. Play
I'm
safe.
It
trying,
still
but
looks like Elo
it's
Police doesn't have a
limited
lot
here
of lower
because of
pressure.
bounce.
Yeah, I'm
They're getting
lagging.
one ball, they're getting knocked off their boat, but they seem to
Just
be
hide- just hide
holding
if you
up
can.
just okay.
Don't get one more.
Loki's just trying to get his man back.
Help me guarding, help me
I'm
guarding.
back. I'm back.
Sounds like Better
Looks like
Call
he's
Scuttle was
made
sending
it.
the borders, and Elo Police are completely aware of them, so they just need to.
Oh,
to
they're
guard
holding
those.
mid deck now.
This
Go
lag.
up, Loki, go up, Loki. Go up, Loki.
He's
Yeah,
about
it's
to
always
be
awkward when
guarding.
the borders are being sent and you know about it, but then your build starts
so
asking
going
for the
down.
extra buckets.
Left side ladder.
So you almost have to give up
Just
control of protecting those
Yeah.
ladders and let them up just to make sure that you don't sink. Always the priority. A Better Call Scuttle player,
Running around.
Ernesto,
He's
still
taking
on
help.
board. I think there's two.
He's dead. He's dead.
They got one kill between them, but there is that second
more
player.
ult.
They
Yeah,
hit him
there's a
off.
second
He
player.
manages to stay on one of the
Going off.
ledges on the side of the
He's-
ship. Oh god, he's still playing there. They're touching mid
Oh,
deck
they're
though.
hitting
This is
mid-deck.
this is bad timing.
Hold it.
Are they going to be able to hold this?
No, GG.
No. Oh,
No.
I thought for a second they might be able to hold
Yeah.
that.
Maybe you shouldn't
Yeah,
stream,
those
Kev,
boards
I don't
again
know.
doing a
No-
really good
normally
job
when
of
I'm
just
streaming-
running
Game
around,
over.
playing their life, keeping the crew off the cannons, making it really difficult for them to bilge.
Yep. So it is a 2-0 victory for Better Call Scuttle. We can go and update that on the group right now. Group D, Better Call Scuttle
Alright.
will be thrilled to get some points on that group leaderboard. Must feel nice.
Yeah.
Just
So
3
that-
behind Golden Sea Dogs now. Once again, they will be playing them soon.
So that puts Better Call Scuttle in a good position here. If they can win their games against Golden Sea Dogs, they'll tie up that first placement.
Yeah, they will. It's going to be a really big matchup, that one for Group D. It could be pivotal in deciding who finishes top of this group. I do believe Elo Police will still have 2 group games left to try and get some points on that leaderboard. They've only played Golden Sea Dogs and Better Call Scuttle once so far, so they're going to have another go at both of those teams to try and get some points up there. Golden Sea Dogs will play their 3rd of their 4th matches tonight, so if they do lose to Better Call Skull and they go even, they only have 1 more chance to get 3 more points, and that'll be against the Elo Police. Just trying to mathematically work out if it's possible for Golden Sea Dogs to not move on to the knockouts already.
I don't think so.
I don't
If they
think it
lose to Better
is.
Call Scuttle, they get second.
Yeah, Better Call Scuttle will move up to 6th
They would-
at 6 points.
They would have to lose to both Better Call Scuttle and Elo Police, I think.
Elo Police will have to win both of their next matches
Both of their
to go
next
level.
matches. Yep, exactly.
I could be the new flex. Spectre Fix. I once told you that you could be the new flex of Bloody Rascals. Okay, I know which ship you're from.
Yeah, Nimsy, what happens if they end on 6 points each? If it's a tie for that number 1 spot. Is that
I think-
possible?
That is possible. We may host a playoff match, a decider, or we may look at your results versus the team that you're level on points with and see against that individual team. So let's say Golden Sea Dogs and Elo Police both finish on 6 points here. We will look at the results between Golden Sea Dogs and Elo Police, and if Golden Sea Dogs have more wins versus Elo Police in particular in their group stage, then they will probably go through or will host a playoff undecided. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Anyway, next up is Friendly Ghosts coming back, and they're playing that match versus Lobsters that we talked about earlier. So already level on points with each other, 3 points for both of them in their groups. This is going to be a decider on who takes that leading position in Group B.
Yeah, so both of these teams here really want to win this fight, get that advantage.
I think both teams should nearly be ready if we start working on bringing up their POVs. Already have Vilpero up here. Looks like they're still moving to their corner, and that's the further away corner. So that means that the other team should nearly be ready too. Vilpero and Shinix's POVs up for Friendly Ghosts. No
Who
audio
do we
from
have
either
for
of them yet.
Lobsters?
For Lobsters, they haven't actually told me, but Lobsters always have 4 people streaming, so it's normally a lovely choice to pick from. I see Karaka the Helm, I see Motrigal as the MC, that's Veach the Flex, and I don't see that build streaming right now. So who should we go for? Should we get a Helm POV and an MC POV?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because we've seen a lot of builds in Flex today.
Yeah, I agree. I like watching the Helms in particular at the start of the fight, see how they take those entries.
Yeah,
And some
the entry position is such an interesting because it'll depend on which team has wind, who's what their sail management is. You really kind of gotta gauge that other team to try to get that
Jesus Christ.
those first shots in that broadside.
So should I go Helm now and you,
Your
I give
match
you
will
an
begin
angle
shortly.
and then you
gonna be
go
hearing
for
comms from
Lobsters?
Lobsters
Or
this
main
game.
cannons, okay?
That's gonna be on Karaka's POV.
You go main cannon now, Karaka.
Okay. So I take change.
All right,
Give
very
me-
excited
give
for
me
this
please.
match.
Just a little bit of slow build-up music
it's
going
just
into this
please,
match
yeah.
because they're not quite ready.
Exactly.
I'm really curious to see if Friendly
Exactly,
Ghost is
I
going to
just,
continue their
I
very
just,
aggressive
draw a
boarding
cannon
strategies
and kill
here, or if
people
they're going to
on
switch it
on,
up.
on cannons. That's what they do. Anyway, take food.
I wish we did have the comms from Friendly Ghost in that game because I'm really curious what prompted them to do that. And yeah, you're right,
Can I raise
Korvax. I
anchor?
just had a glimpse at your
why should
PvE
you?
crate and I see there's only like 20 cannonballs left in it, so it does seem like you guys had a rough time trying to get your ship back.
Later we can do that.
So, Group B
Prepare
to take the
yourself.
top
Yeah.
spot.
It's time to
Prepare.
lose.
3,
No, wait.
2,
Give me
1,
time.
go.
No, no, no.
Go.
They were
Anyway,
just
Can you hear
cleaning
me?
up all
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
PV so
unfortunately,
that
yeah.
these fights could be clean.
Fuck you, Kura.
Fuck you too.
Yeah, thank you for doing it outside of the matches. I appreciate that, Friendly
started,
Ghosts.
The game without
So is my
playing it.
stream
Very,
on
very
now?
helpful.
Everything fine? Yeah.
Yeah, we should. I mean,
Think you know more?
well, just turn sails in the wind, please, boys.
Okay, we started exactly at 20 minutes per
I
stage.
have not much FPS, but it's okay.
I don't care.
Turning the back sail.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm not.
I think that line we just heard from someone on Lobsters sums up Sea of Thieves, right? I have not much FPS, but it's okay.
This is pretty close. We
Basically how
Yeah.
these comp
Yeah.
matches go down half the
Yeah.
time with
you
the
win,
amount of
yeah.
galleys and
you
supplies
win,
on the
yeah.
server.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
Comp
know
Sea of
why
Thieves
it's
is
easy?
definitely a
Because,
special
all
thing where you
Italian
just kind
players,
of
and they have seen
deal with it.
Raise me the front.
Because
No,
if
just
you get
raise me,
mad
raise
about
me.
it, you're
Also
just
good.
always
I'm
going to be
raising
angry.
And raise
Yeah, that's
front.
actually not that bad of an angle. Kura, you're
Nice
not
front.
throwing. What the fuck?
Really, really
I'm not throwing
interesting
right now.
approach from
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna
go
say.
shoot.
I mean, it's
Everyone.
Lobsters that
I got
got
a
really
bull when I got
aggressive and
mounted
turned
in
entirely
seconds.
in front of Friendly Ghost,
Okay.
but Friendly Ghost just didn't do much about it. They
We-
stayed on
we
the
go
nose for a
with
little
the
while,
opposite
and that's going to
direction,
mean that
okay,
they're
fine,
second
fine.
to getting their
Oh,
cannibals out, second to the angle, but
Yeah.
making up for
But
it very
Lobsters
quickly.
had the wind advantage here. They got the side wind,
And
and
then-
Friendly Ghost did
Good
not.
one.
Oh, Karak at the
So
helm getting
they
bagged
were.
already.
Oh shit!
I'm not prepared mentally.
Oh
That's that
shit.
early. That's better. I felt that in my soul. Like
No,
you,
hell
you
no.
set that angle. You know you've got the rotation. You hop down on the cannon.
I'm
One
not ready
ball.
mentally, bro.
I
told you
I
that in
feel
the last
that.
Why they are turreting?
Oh.
Be careful, because
Revolving.
today Friendly Ghost are in the boarding.
Looks like
boarding,
Friendly Ghost
one.
is
Let them,
full
yeah.
pulled
Yeah,
up.
they
They're
don't-
trying to do the turret
maybe.
here, right next to that rock, which is going to mean Lobsters have to work a
Maybe-
little bit
maybe now
extra
they
hard
come.
here to get a good positioning on them.
Oh no.
I'm gonna reload.
And when we go,
Okay, I tried
they
to
go
play
behind
They're
that
gonna try to hit
rock,
their
it's
wheel,
going to
yeah.
break off
I hit the
the
wheel, should be
cannon
broken.
shots
Yeah,
here.
but they have time to fix it.
Yeah. But still, it's gonna take them some time now to prepare.
I mean, okay, go shoot.
Yep.
Go shoot better, actually.
Yeah. It's a hard angle.
I know.
The rock. Oh no.
Coming out from behind the rock in this medium range parallel, it's really going to come down to who has the stronger cannons here. Both facing the same
That
direction.
was a good blunder.
Not really an
Facing the same
advantage for either
direction.
team.
They
Well,
had
I need
angle
to
at the
get
same
the blind
time.
actually.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, Lobsters
can
have lost angle now
chains-
though.
What do you want? Just blunder them.
Chains coming out from Friendly
Oh, no.
Ghost.
Okay, go
Oh,
on.
I lag.
Yeah,
Guys,
looks
we
like they
have
got all three sails all in
got
sync pretty
triple
much. So
defense.
Lobsters, this is going to be their position for a little while here. I'm
right side
pretty
for
sure I
the
just
ship.
saw Friendly Ghost send a
Yeah,
border,
no,
but it
they're
wasn't
meeting up.
Shinix.
Oh.
It was, yeah, Biscuit's gone for the board.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Not
shoot.
sure if
Lobster
Lobsters
sent
know
some
about this.
blunderbombs
They have no idea,
there
they have one
from
eye,
that
I think.
MC
They're gonna pull-
position. They're
What the fuck,
slightly
mate?
nosing
This is
here.
the game. Shoot
Too
on
low,
cannon,
too
cannon,
low.
cannon, cannon,
On
cannon.
top
No, no, on cannon.
But
We
I
have to
think
cover-
Friendly
we
Ghost
have
is
to
going to
cover
recover
copy,
that
that
angle
cover the
pretty
border, that
easily.
cover the border, that cover. Understand?
Furious Biscuit is still lurking in the water beneath their
I need
ship.
to revive.
Lobster's doing a good job keeping Shinix off cannons.
No?
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Shoot the guy!
Shouldn't.
I opened it lower.
I don't know where the border is.
I don't know.
Just want to stay on
Finish.
Caracas
I don't know.
POV here on the right for Lobsters because I'm curious how he's going to deal with this
I'm
border.
go-
He
I
knows
want
that he's in the
Caracas.
water, but he's
He
going to
knows
grab
he's
his
there.
cannons anyway. Is he still there? Yeah, I can
Couldn't
see on
see.
Shinix's
Bump
POV
over
that
the
Biscuit is still behind
Bump
their
over
ship.
Oh no,
Oh, I
This
need
is something that I
to-
see him do a lot. He basically just comes and he
it's on the
lurks in the
border,
water
I'm
just to
going back
keep
shooting.
the
Oh,
opponent just on
nice.
the edge. They don't
I'm trying to
you
break
can't
the
jump
wheel.
in the water and deal with him. That would be
I got
quite
some.
an aggressive and
Not so funny.
bad thing to do, honestly. So they can't really do
I got one
much.
word again. but-
They just have to accept
Yeah.
that he's in the water,
Oh,
and
revive.
they like it just keeps them on the edge, not being able to deal with him.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
be
that's
always
me.
watching. Then it
Yeah,
kind
you're
of
right.
it's a distraction without the other
Oh,
team
they're
having to do
blundering.
very much.
2 blunders.
It seems like he's back now though, because I can't see him on
Anderson, go
Shinix's
yes.
POV.
Yeah, very much.
Or did
I'm
he end
gonna
up
give
boarding
you
and
the
get killed?
right
I
side on
didn't
them.
see him board.
I
Might be
didn't
wrong.
see any death. I think he took his
Sure.
mermaid.
Yeah, I mean, blunder them, Toby.
Looks
They
like
wanna
Lobsters
hit
is
me on the
trying to
helm.
get behind Friendly
they hit me on
Ghosts
the helm.
here, but without any sails, they're not
Take a
gonna.
look.
Blundered them.
Friendly
Success.
Ghost is just gonna be able to
Yep.
outmaneuver them.
I'm here, I'm here.
I'm keeping you the angle. Solog.
Oh.
Renegos really under no pressure at all, just one hole for Vilpero to deal with there.
They hit me off the
Yeah.
cannon.
And they're
Oh, this-
giving
I think-
good top deck pressure. You see,
Jesus, they're hitting me
Lobster's
off
struggling to
the
get on
repair as
cannons
well.
here.
What the fuck, this game?
One border.
You have to guard.
Here comes
Oh, yeah.
Biscuit again, not getting the
Wait.
deck shot. He's
I'm
just
full
in front of
dragging and
Lobster's ship. Let's
fully-
again
fully
jump on
fixed
with
today.
Lobster's helm POV and see how they deal with that.
I don't see him actually.
He's
They
left.
definitely know
I
he's
think.
there.
No.
They're
I
watching.
don't see him actually.
Are we driving? No.
I don't know.
They can
I'm
afford
raising a sail.
I
to
hear
have
he's
two
like-
I hear
people
a
guarding
mermaid.
these ladders at the minute. Motrigaos and Karaka
Shoot them.
working with it. I think we just saw him Did we just see him onto that right ladder for a brief moment?
Okay,
He's
I got
definitely
him.
still
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
water, as we
there.
can see from Shinix.
I should.
What? But tell me.
He's
Dad,
doing
fuck
he's
it. Fuck
doing
you,
that
silly.
job
Tell
of
me before
just
that you
he's
deserve
got
it.
2 people watching him.
Don't leave him and then you tell me.
Yeah, he just
Fucking
got killed though,
bastard.
right? On Shinix's POV. Yeah, he's gone to the ferry,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
a 4v3 in Lobster's advantage. This could be where they try and bring it back.
Yeah,
them on
it's
fucking
definitely the
kill
time
them.
to push when you
It's the
know
only
the
good
other
thing that
crew
you
is
know to do.
down a crewmate.
Yep, but no
No.
lowers yet, as we
Only
can see
two.
on Vilpero, Friendly Ghost Bilge POV. He's only just gone down. Looks like he only has one
There's a
lower to
crack.
deal with.
Yeah, yep. Later I will tell you a funny thing.
So they're
Because
putting a lot of their
London
focus
is
on top
wild,
decks
that's looking at.
Lobsters. I mean,
know,
with the
I'm
4v3,
Yeah.
this could be a time to really hurt them, get their bilge and flex down by using that 4v3 advantage to only shoot lower holes.
I'm going to reroll.
Oh, fucking shit.
So
There's
bucket it.
definitely
Yeah, I'll take
some lower pressure on friendly ghosts, but their build is
don't know
able to
guys, we
just
can do
manage
this.
it themselves.
No, silly,
Yeah,
we
Flex
can't.
did
And
have
you
to
just
go
have all
down
the
there, but only
cannon.
for a really short amount of time.
We can
Hello, Brasky. Yes, that's the real tank
do
lady.
some impact.
Hi, Broski.
I need help again.
Yep, coming.
Fast.
Yeah.
Ah, finally
It looks
there.
like
Oh,
the angle's
they
getting a little bit
are
tight
they are doing funny
here,
things.
but they're still able to get some shots.
I just turned a little
Alright,
more.
you can go up.
Yeah, no, I backsplashed because I rubber banded once.
Hello, shoot them.
Yeah,
I'm
what's
going
going
now.
on?
Friendly Ghost again, completely dry.
Yeah.
Power the bilge back on cannons.
Problem with the fire
Okay,
also?
oh, I dropped
a little bit?
I dropped their back, their front.
Mm,
Fully,
nice.
but they are repairing it, not so fully.
Careful, Shinix. Oh, nice dodge there. Saw that cannonball coming through his
I
face.
Yeah,
Got a little
yeah,
bit
that
worried
was
for him for a
close.
second.
Actually, but everything is okay. Maybe.
I mean,
No, we're almost out of cannonballs.
both teams right now are
It's
just
2
trying
minutes
to
until
find a
overtime.
little bit of an
shit.
advantage.
We have 30 cannonballs.
Lobsters are
that's
talking
good.
about they only have 30 cannonballs left. We can see the
Yeah.
timer, 6 minutes 46, nearly a full 2 minutes until overtime. Those cannons aren't going to last those 2 minutes. They will get eaten up really, really quickly.
So we have to be full repaired.
Yeah,
as fast as
they're gonna
possible.
have to get creative
are
here
dry
to push for that
almost.
I hit
sink.
their bilge once, I think.
You'd
Yeah,
imagine that
we
Friendly
only
Ghosts
are
are going to have the
out
same
of-
issue though, because
Oh,
they've
just
been
bananas.
they've been a dominant
we have only
broadside
bananas.
for the majority of this game,
Well,
and that
Yeah.
should mean that they've been using just as many cannonballs. Was it? We might see a
Maybe
reball
we-
here from Shinix and
Yeah,
have
as
a
I say,
look.
let's
Oh,
see.
they
Oh,
still
yeah.
have more, about 40.
They've
We'll
got
try to
or
set
40.
some fire on
I
them.
need buckets.
Okay, now.
Yep.
giving you a bucket.
Here you go.
Yeah, they're saying
Finally,
Lobsters needs to
Giving
hit
them many
lowers.
hours.
Guys,
Yeah,
we
I don't
we-
know
we
what the
actually
decision
finished
is there to
cannonballs.
really. They've been really
Yeah.
focusing the
They have
top
much
deck.
hours now, but
Maybe I
They can
should.
fix it.
they
I
have,
should
but
just
finally
go for it.
there's
Still,
enough
the
lower
rest of
pressure
that
to
is
keep
still-
Shinix down. Did they just double bucket in that situation?
I
Just
mean,
to
I
get
think
rid
we
of
should
it
be
extra
Close to running
quickly.
out of
I think
cannonballs, too.
so. I think so.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
it's
That was
1 minute.
definitely
No, I'm
manageable
still there
for
because I can't
Shinix,
shoot.
and it seemed like Biscuit had gone down too and was repeating
It's,
some buckets,
any
and now they're going to
second.
go for a board here, Friendly Ghosts. I would imagine that
Yeah.
they're going to send Biscuit at the same time.
Yeah, I think they were probably trying to get their lower deck under control to send this double board here.
Are you sure that we can stay up? Okay, I want to bait him, so I'm gonna raise a
Oh,
sail.
he's got the bucket of
Yeah, he's
water.
here. Another border coming.
Jeez, not so
Yeah, they're
cool.
talking about the second border
There is a
coming.
full
Biscuit
border
on the
here.
left ladder, we can see on Karaka's
Oh, no,
POV,
Shinix
gets taken care of by Karaka but doesn't die. Shinix doing a good job playing this ladder and keeping his life.
They're
I don't
both
see it,
just
Furioso did the
Keeping
same.
their
Furio's also
lives,
here?
keeping them busy. So
Vilpero's
lobsters
gone
can't
too.
really
Nice.
put any cannon
Shinix
pressure
gets
right
killed.
now.
Puniga here.
Shinix dies on the ladder. Vilpero was below the same ladder.
There is
And
a
somebody's
Furioso
jumped in.
on the
Vilpero should be able to get this kill.
Ah,
Oh, it's the
that's
Blunder
Furioso.
Sword in the
There is
water.
Furioso on
That's
the
not what you want to jump in the water and have
I
to
got
deal
to
with.
the right
Biscuit's still alive on the other ladder
No.
too.
No.
So far I count out to be 1 for
Okay,
1,
I
but
killed one.
Vilpero
I killed
dies on a
Vilpero.
ladder.
It was free.
Really well
Oh.
played.
Nice. Let's go.
Border
I
defense
left,
so
I
far,
left,
but
I
Karaka gets killed.
don't have any
Does that
ammo.
mean the Biscuit's up?
Gonna need a bucket in a second here.
He's up, he's up,
We have
he's up.
no POVs
no.
alive on the ship right now.
It's withdrawing.
Need a bucket now.
Did they trade 2 for 2 here?
I couldn't.
I,
no matter what I
Vilpero
did,
definitely
it was
died,
over.
Shinix definitely
Because
died,
if I went to get
Montragaos
ammo,
died,
he would've been
and
up and
Karaka
I would've gone. I
died.
thought maybe
Karaka died. I think it was a 2 for 2.
that's Visha's dead, so who's alive?
because maybe you could
Maybe.
fight him and just not die.
Shinix will be the first one to get back on
Yeah, I
that
wasn't
ship.
sure if he was.
Looks
I
like
thought he
Moch
was
guys are
gonna
going to be the
stay
first
low
one to get back
because
on
he
that
was
ship, and
low
it looks like they've
himself, you know.
sunk.
Come on, Silly.
Yep.
It's all in your hands.
All right,
down.
GG's.
Yeah, because we
Longest
just-
match of the night,
when
the
I
closest match of the night
died,
too.
the moment
Lobster's
we
doing a
just-
good job
Yeah,
to hang in
very
there against them.
close.
I thought for a moment there that the border defense was going to be enough when they got that kill on Shinix and Vilpero. I thought that with the numbers there they'd be able to deal with Biscuit, but I guess Biscuit just popped off on that ladder, played his life really well, managed to get a kill on Karaka.
Yeah, Friendly Ghosts have been really strong with their boards tonight. You do not want them getting on your boat.
Yeah, really scary team. I mean, these guys TDM for fun like a lot of the time. They put a lot of work into their TDM and it shows in these situations.
It definitely does, yeah. And I think too, I'm not sure what the choice was there for Lobsters to really focus the top decks if they were trying to go for one balls. But you really do need to put that lower pressure in order to go for those sinks.
Yeah, especially after somebody tries to board you and you get that kill and you know you're in a 4v3 situation. That's really where you want to put your foot on the gas towards shooting those lower deck holes and make sure that bilge and flex go down, and then you're only dealing with the helm on top deck. It seemed like by choice. I don't think it was their cannon name at all. I think it was by choice that they were aiming for top decks there.
I'm very curious about that decision, like where the strategy was. At these ranges with these types of teams, hitting top decks like that, like what they were doing, it's definitely a choice. Farming points. Oh, Paradox. Yeah. No, then they would have been going for captain's quarters. This next matchup is Better Call Scuttle and Golden Sea Dogs. I believe we were saying Golden Sea Dogs has the lead here.
Yep, 6 points in their group. Better Call Scuttle on 3 points. So if Golden Sea Dogs win this, they're going to get a really big lead and almost guarantee themselves finishing Group D in the top spot. Better Call Scuttle really need to get the win here if they want to stop Golden Sea Dogs from taking that top spot in the group. This is going to be a pivotal match for them.
Your match will begin shortly.
Because I think if
Please
Golden
take
Sea
your
Dogs
starting
win
position.
this, that puts them up at 9 points.
Yep.
And they're going to be pretty much guaranteed that top spot, I think.
Yeah, but just working out in my head, that would guarantee it, because after this match, Better Call Scuttle should only have one match left, which will be against Elo Police. So if they fail to win versus Golden Sea Dogs here, then they'll either lose against Elo Police and finish the group on 3 points, or they'll beat Elo Police and finish the group on 6 points, which won't be enough to catch up to Golden Sea Dogs 9, assuming it's a
So
situation
this is
where
really
Golden Sea
the
Dogs
match
win.
for first place here. If Better Call Scuttle doesn't get this, their best bet then is going to be getting second place.
Yep, absolutely
which will leave
right.
that harder matchup in the next section round. I forget what you're calling it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just going to swap these POVs around just for my convenience, because one of them has audio and one of them doesn't. Looks good. So the audio you're going to be hearing for this match is from Golden Sea Dogs. And it looks
Prepare
like both teams are ready to go. Looks like our refs are
3,
ready too.
2, 1, go.
In theory, this should be the closest matchup of the evening because that's completely based on their ELO leaderboard places. In the qualifiers, Golden Sea Dogs took 5th spot and Better Call Scuttle took 4th spot. So the closest to each other out of all the teams playing tonight.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. It's not only they were close in Elo, but this fight matters for their positioning. Better Call Scuttle is fighting right now, for that first placement in this match. It's kind of a get it or get second moment for them.
Golden
And
Sea
Golden
Dogs should
Sea
be going
Dogs-
into it with some confidence though, because they did beat
Yeah.
Better Call Scuttle last time. Quite convincingly
Okay.
too. Well, a 1-0 win I think it was.
Yeah, they definitely have the lead going into this. But they've got to be careful not to be overconfident because they can, if Better Call Scuttle wins this and then their matches against Elo Blues, that will tie them. Oh,
Good top deck pressure from Better Call Scuttle coming in
yeah.
here. Lots of dodging to do for Sage.
Sending some early fires. Interesting choice, but it does look like Better Call Scuttle has some lower deck pressure.
Yeah, enough to keep the bilge busy here. I would imagine that he's about to call his flex to take. Yep, 1 bucket from
Yeah,
Ernesto
there
there.
he is.
Straight back up, so confident bilging here. He knows that he can manage this by himself.
Yeah. Yeah, we see Vayne dodging those cannonballs as well. They're really going for those top decks.
Riding a really horrible angle for the bilge to deal with here. Actually mid for just a second there, I think. He's going to have to go back and help his flex on these buckets. MC coming down for those buckets too. Some good lower deck pressure here from Golden Sea Dogs. Really honing in their cannons on those lowers.
Yeah. And it looks like Golden Sea Dogs doesn't have a ton of lower pressure on them right now.
Yeah, they're looking pretty comfortable. We'll see if they feeling confident enough to go for a board soon, but they definitely have 3 people up top deck still.
They have
Just
3 people
one
top
cannon.
deck.
Sorry, now 2
I
cannons
think
shooting back
they
for Better Call
Still
Scuttle.
they still have all their math up as well.
Oh, do they?
So they're in a pretty confident position.
As you say, that Better Call Scuttle's final mast goes down, so this is where they are.
Yeah.
This is where they're going to have to
Once
stay.
that third mast goes down in a 1v1, it's very unlikely they're going to get any of those masts back up again. So you
Yeah.
just kind of have to make the best of your position at that point.
Vayne going for the board here. We can jump on with his POV. Just playing his life in the water for now. Doesn't
Yeah.
want to give himself away and become an easy kill and leave his team in a 3v4. He is going to push a ladder now. Brave knows it is there, but doesn't do enough to stop him from getting up, and now he's on Vayne's just going to play his life on the back of the balcony. Pushing out onto the grate, hasn't quite reloaded his gun. There it is. There's 3 people right in front of him, but they're all focused on bucketing, so nobody can deal with him. He just has to stay on grate. His teammate comes to join him. 2 of them alive on Better Call Scuttle's ship now. This is a really bad position for Better Call Scuttle. 2 backsplashes
So many
for Vayne.
backsplashes.
Sounds like they're going mid deck right now. Vayne is just going to stay on grate, and that's it. That's the sink.
Yep.
Wow. Well played from Better Call Scuttle.
Well played. Yeah.
Sorry, well played from Golden Sea Dogs. Better Call Scuttle not
Vayne
managing
there.
to hold on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate Better Call Scuttle had to have, it looked like their whole crew was bucketing, so they really couldn't afford to go deal with that border in a proper way.
It's been interesting watching Golden Sea Dogs' journey because when they first joined at the beginning of qualifiers, they weren't doing very well on results at all, and then they've quickly just turned it around and learned, and now they're competing against some of the top teams, taking quite a lot of wins away from those teams that probably earlier on a few months ago would have expected to handle Golden Sea Dogs quite easily, and now they're shocked and they can't handle it. Golden Sea Dogs have really stepped their game up. Of course, there is going to be another chance if Better Call Skull can hold Golden Sea Dogs out to a draw here. If they take that second match, then maybe it can help them in the group.
Yeah, it really does put Better Call Saul on the back foot here. They've got to go for that draw, and they have to win against their next 2 matches as well.
Yep, lots and lots of work to do for them.
Lots of work for them. It's possible, but they really gotta secure the sinks there. Today's games are fast. Yeah, a lot of the games have just been very quick. Keeping the ref team on their toes, I bet.
Yeah, lots and lots
Those
of quick supplying
resupplies.
to do for them. Shout out to the refs handling that. Again, lots of POVs to pick for the Lobsters in this next matchup. Friendly goes 1-0 up against Lobsters. We took the Helm and the MC POV last time, so we can take the Flex and the Bilge POV for this next game. So we're going to bring up Das Vish for Lobsters on the Flex, and I think we have Zenchi Wong, the Lobster Bilge. His POV should be here. Yeah, we got it. Both looking good. I think I saw somebody point out how much they like Lobster's logo earlier. I do too. It's been around for quite a while now. I remember when they first revealed it and there was quite a positive reaction. It's a great logo.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites that I've seen. It's definitely a very unique logo on the scene right now.
Oh yeah, every team did update their overlays and stuff. We sort of forced it just for our benefit so that it was a bit easier to cast and see who's playing. It was so good to show off their logos too, because we never get to see them. If I switch over to even the match results, these logos, it's not big enough. We want to see these logos nice and big so that you guys can see exactly what they are. They're a little bit too small here. Nice to see them on the POVs. Hello, Eno. So players are taking their pockets, getting ready for this next fight, so should be very soon. I see Lobsters pulling up to their corner now.
Yeah, should just be able to park and then we'll be ready to go into this match.
Friendly guys look ready to go. Lobsters just turning their ship around.
Yeah, that's something since we have to park our own ships and position them for these competitive matches. Part of playing competitively in SOD has come into being really good with parking, getting those precision parking spots so you can start the match off fairly.
I think we've all learned a lot of new skills. Parking being one of them, organization skills being another with all of the supplies. If you've ever
Yeah.
if you've ever done any
Harpoon skill.
refereeing, then your organization skills are definitely definitely at their peak right now.
Please take your starting position. Prepare yourselves.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Again, this match is for the top spot in Group B. Both teams currently on 3 points.
Okay, so Lobsters really want to win this, so that they can tie it and prevent Friendly
I mean, we
Ghost
have
from
win,
getting
they have
that
not win,
that
so
lead on
maybe
them
it's fine.
here.
Exactly.
That's a tall order, as we've seen. Friendly Ghost is a really tough team to beat.
Yeah, not so friendly, kind of terrifying actually.
Yeah, kind of scary, Ghost.
I'm preloading right side.
Yeah. I like rocks, you know. So I'm gonna be crushed on a rock.
You become the rock.
I want the rock. I am the rock.
Are you listening to these comms?
Comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Lots of rock love going on in the chat.
Rock love, interesting.
No, rude.
Pet rock?
Could be behind the
Rock.
stone.
Drop front and prepare to rush it back.
I'm staying right on.
Okay. Raise sail and shoot.
Alright.
Oh no, this was
Looks
bait.
like both teams have angle now for these opening shots. It was a bit of an awkward start with that rock in the middle of there.
Now they are tryharding.
Some
but it
teams
looks
like
like
to
they
use it,
already
you know,
put that
because what normally happens is when you take the open water opening, is there's always that decision of what distance do we start shooting, and when you play near that rock, it sort of eliminates that because you can use that protection from the rock to bring that circle a little bit closer, and then on the other
Yeah.
side of it, you're already quite close to start shooting.
Yeah, for sure, and we see that executed perfectly here. Coming
Dunno.
around that rock, and they have that good broadside.
Nice.
Back is down. No,
Nice.
front is down and
Don't know if what I said
yeah,
made
back is
sense,
down.
but hopefully you get what I
Yeah,
mean.
Shooting cannon line.
they just have the mid sail.
Lobsters playing their lives from these one balls really well. Something that you definitely need to do against Friendly Ghost because they are really aggressive on the board, so when they get that one ball it is likely that Furious Biscuit is coming to get you.
I hit the beach, I got a highway.
I'm hitting the helm, shooting by the mast.
Get some side on side Bilge POV, see how they're getting on.
Yeah.
Quite even at the moment actually.
Okay, the mast is down. Yep.
Yeah, fairly even. It looks like Friendly Ghosts might have a
actually
little
can't
bit
do
more
it.
bottom pressure, but they're
They
handling
do.
it just fine.
I had to eat.
Maybe Lobsters were listening to us in that first match there when we said that they really didn't have that much lower pressure on Friendly Ghosts at some pivotal times.
Hit one.
Yeah,
Nice, bro. Let's
yeah, they're
go.
definitely hitting their
One on the
lowers
third
now.
cannon.
I want. No.
No,
Oh.
I hit him as well, but it's not dead.
Now they're just trying to suppress those top decks, see if they can get the one ball, maybe they're... Ooh,
Yeah,
really close
it
cannon
looked-
there above Vish's head. He gets hit off here, he should be able to reboard left. No, he misses a ladder, that could be... Oh, two of them are off and missed a ladder. Oh no,
That
this could
can
have
be
all gone
devastating.
very wrong very quickly. Are they going to just use this opportunity to go for a
They
board?
might.
No, no,
It
no,
looked
no,
like
no.
it, because at this point, the distance to swim to catch your mermaid is almost the same as just swimming to the other ship.
Don't shoot
Yeah, and the
them.
thing is, like, when you're in these situations as a competitive player, you're really switched on to the sound cues of everything in the game. And a big one of those sound cues is when people shoot out of their cannon from a board, it sounds different to a cannonball, and that's something that lets you know the boarders are coming. So when this happens and people get knocked off of their ship and they decide to board, it can be really surprising. You don't always expect it, and that's what they're going to do here, but
Top ladder is here.
Friendly Ghosts are aware of them, and I just wonder whether it was because of the snipes that Lobsters were taking in the water on their swim over, sort of gave them away and they lost the element of that surprise. Shinix
wanna
got
go
hit
to the
off
other
back
side,
onto
but-
his own ship. Does he know that Vish is
Okay,
behind him in the water? Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
One
they
person
do.
gets up.
I
As Vish goes
Matt,
down.
I'm tanking. I'm tanking. I'm not tanking
They
anymore.
got one kill. Did they get the second kill? I guess
No.
if we switch
They're
this
gonna send
very
borders
POV
now.
for just a second, we'll see.
Oh,
See the kids recover.
I'm not sure
don't
what happens to the second Lobsters player.
And we are also much
Furious
further
Biscuit is
There's
already on board. Shinix is going for the
two
board
on
here on
there.
Lobsters too.
Yeah,
GG.
I mean,
Bro, that was
Friendly
so
Ghost
Lobsters
is
touching
playing
mid
that.
deck.
both at the same time. And I
Yeah,
was so
yeah, yeah.
close to
They
it.
hold it
playing
with
that
these
same
borders.
It was so
Put in
close.
a couple lowers and send the boards.
We were actually doing so well in that broadside, and then we just
Yeah, that's
fall off
GG.
with one cannonball.
Yeah, whichever player is on Lobsters
Yeah.
is saying it. They were doing really well on that cannonball, and then one cannon knocked two players off. Knocked Vish and Karaka off of the ship, and that was just so damaging towards them. Who is MC for Friendly Ghost? That's a Furious Biscuit Pythor.
Yeah, and even though the two players swam over to go for the board, they weren't able to really put a lot of pressure on the other team because they knew they were there, unfortunately, so they lost that element of surprise.
Yeah, I just think if they weren't going for the snipes on their swim over, then maybe they could have surprised them. Just maybe, because that is the
Game
situation when you get
over.
knocked off your ship and then you commit to the board. The element of surprise is the best thing about that. It's not a good situation to get knocked off your ship, but in that situation, if you do board, the surprise can really catch teams off guard. They don't expect it, but if you are being a bit noisy with your sniper on your swim over there, then you sort of lose that.
So this puts Friendly Ghosts in a very strong position for their group, I believe.
Doesn't look like the next teams are quite ready, so we do have just a moment to go over to their group and add that score and see exactly how that looks. So if we jump over to Group B, that's another 3 points for Friendly Ghost there, taking them up to a total of 6. Lobsters on 3 and a Sinking Dutchman sat on 0 at the moment. So Friendly Ghosts coming in today with their first 2 group games and leaving their mark, showing that they are the team to beat in this group as we expected since they finished second in qualifying. Back over to our other matchup. Medical Scuttle currently losing 1-0 to Golden Sea Dogs.
Yep. I mean, all Golden Sea Dogs has to do here is take this win, and they'll secure their spot for first placement in this group, I believe.
Yeah, they will. This could be a really big day already in the second group match day for Golden Sea Dogs. Having such a good run of results, undefeated so far. I think Medical Scuttle did get a draw in one single match against them, but then in the next match Golden Sea Dogs managed to make it a 1-0 victory. Same POVs as last time. We have Sage on top here, and then under him have Vane's POV. We'll find that one. Friendly Ghost is scary. Looks like both teams are ready to go, just waiting for the ship from the last matchup to move out of the bounds so that the referees can get this game started.
Please take your starting position.
All right.
Prepare yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go!
This is it for Better Call Scuttle. This could be a big match for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they've been playing at their peak, honestly. I feel like the way they've been playing isn't quite as well
Yeah,
as we
I
saw
feel
them in the
like
qualifiers, so I think they still have a lot to give.
absolutely, and this is the time to give it. It's their chance to kind of stop Golden Sea Dogs from locking in that first place position and giving a chance for themselves to kind of creep up behind them. Looks like Golden Sea Dogs is pulling up sails and turning for the broad pretty early on, going around that rock. They did have the wind speed advantage here, but they chose to pull sails pretty early and wait for Better Call Scuttle to come to them.
I think what's going through the Helm's mind there is if they don't raise there, then they would have had to commit to going all the way around that rock in front of them. They'd rather keep things
Yeah.
a little more in the center of the map, so they pull sails. This is where they want to
Drop
be.
that anchor to kill their momentum too.
Yes, exactly.
Let's see if this positioning decision will give them that advantage.
Oh no, there's a disconnect for Golden Sea Dogs. Vane's disconnected from the match.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, the match has already started, so there's no way that the referees can pause this.
They just have to play it through. Luckily, with their positioning, now they can take advantage of that rock and kind of make some distance, have a bit of protection to hopefully get their crewmate back on board before they have to take a really serious broadside here.
So Vane is coming back in. I think we lost this stream. We did lose this stream. I'll see if I can get that back up in the background.
Alright, looks like they're opening up that broadside. They've got all their 4 crewmates on board now. Both sides trying to find those early shots. Now this is something we don't see very often. They're running in a parallel broadside right now. So I'm gonna have to be really careful for those out of bounds.
That could be why we're seeing Golden Sea Dogs completely raise all of their sails here.
Raise
They,
up their
you know, they're in
sails,
a
yeah.
parallel and they don't want to bait it all the way over to the edge of bounds over there. They're already creeping in a little close. They don't want to get too much closer to it.
Yeah, most teams are not going to be happy to take a parallel for very far just because it gets really risky with that out of bounds line.
Vane gets wumbled there on Golden Sea Dogs. Not much lower pressure for Better Call Scuttle to deal with here. Bilge looks very comfortable. And at this range in parallels, they don't usually get much more pressure than they can handle anyway. It's to be a little bit closer just to guarantee that teams can pump those lowers.
Looks like Golden Sea Dogs is trying to peel off, get a reset and reposition here. They do
I
not
don't blame
wanna
them, but Better
continue
Call
this
Scuttle has sent
parallel.
borders and Crave sought deck shots, but gets immediately cleaned up by Sage. There
Immediately killed. They
definitely
managed to
was
catch
more
that
sent.
anchor. Yeah.
I doesn't seem like any of the other boarders made it, but by the sound of it, I'm pretty sure they sent 3. No, I think Kitty Cat is on the ladder. Sage is aware of it. There's 2 people.
Yeah, there's
Ernesto is
2
on that
people
ladder
in the
too.
water there.
Lars gets killed for Golden Sea Dogs. Kitty Cat's trying to stay alive. Vane's trying to help him. There is somebody from Better Call Scuttle on the ship. Have they killed him yet? No, they haven't. They know that he's playing the back balcony. They managed to get a revive on Lars, I think, which could be massive. Sage goes down.
Oh, Sage goes down.
Just trying to see if Vane's POV came back up.
The Golden Sea Dogs should be able to be okay from this, because you can see all 4 of them were top deck. They didn't have anyone downstairs bucketing.
No, they did manage to finally kill that boarder though, and Sage got revived just as I say that. He goes back up to his wheel and gets 1 board.
Oh no.
The only beneficial thing for Golden Sea Dogs here is that they're at a distance where Better Call Scuttle can't capitalize on any of these kills. They can't back it up with the cannons.
Yeah, that's the thing. They had no lower pressure, so they were able to just have all 4 of them up, and even though a couple of them died, there was nothing to capitalize on.
Back into another long range broad, this time not in a parallel, but neither team's moving. They both have sails fully raised. I think Better Call Scuttle being that team that you see south on the map, they're not in a position to drop sails because they know if they do, they're going to get really close to the edge of bounds. So maybe they're going to wait and hope the Golden Sea Dogs come around first. And then maybe if Golden Sea Dogs take that orbital and they start moving south, Better Call Scuttle can sort of reposition and keep their broadside whilst facing north. Maybe they'll drop their sails then. But right now they're doing the right thing and they're keeping their sails up. They're not in a bad position at all.
Golden Sea Dogs checking that map. The helm is aware of how close they are to the edge there.
But again, at this distance, you just can't. Of course, you can hit lowers, but guaranteeing that every single cannonball you shoot at this range is going to be a lower hull is not easy, even for the best cannons. So they really want it to be closer if they want to work towards actually sinking their opponent here. But of course, Golden Sea Dogs don't need to do that. They're 1-0 up. They take the set win if they end this current match in a draw.
Yeah, exactly. It's really on Better Call Scuttle here to push that pressure over to Golden Sea Dogs and go for that sink. But yeah, these long range fights too, even though they're still, even if they're hitting lowers, both builders are looking pretty comfy.
In here, just as predicted, as Golden Sea Dogs come round and start going south, Better Call Scuttle can keep their broadside whilst facing north, and now they're in a position where they can start dropping sails and moving, facing not towards the edge of bounds. In fact, if Golden Sea Dogs keep going around, and it'll be them with their sail down hedging towards the edge, but currently nowhere near the edge, completely fine. Check back in a few minutes to see if that's the same situation.
Yeah, they'll have a full, they've got a whole half a square there to work with. They only have the 1 sail dropped and they're in an orbital rotation, so I don't think they're too worried about that right now.
Yeah, plenty of room. Bringing that front mast up as well. Now we're going to see that circle get a little bit closer, so the consistency on hitting lowers should be better. The Cool Scuttle already dealing with significant lower pressure. The build doesn't seem like he can get a repair off. He is going to move for it now. He might need a bucket to help him get that. No, he seems okay. Not too many lowers for Better Call Scuttle to deal with at all.
Yeah. There's the reball buckets.
Those reball buckets are really helpful. Actually in Season 8 on these dives, I think bilges are having a bit of a harder time.
It's overtime.
Because a lot of people are keeping their supplies in their crates on the top deck. Of course, you can't do that here. Heading into overtime now, that's going to give teams access to a few extra special balls. Those blunders could be massive here if they're used correctly. So far, nothing too much for either team to worry about from those blunders. Oh no, some of these blunders are massive. They sort of nose each other at the same time, so neither of them can take advantage of it.
Yeah, they just kind of both now have an awkward angle.
Yeah, they're going to get that angle back at pretty much the same time, but it's Golden Sea Dogs who are on their cannons and Better Call Scuttle that aren't. Kitty Cat going for a board. Did he get killed already?
Board. Yeah.
Yeah, Kitty Cat got killed. I'm not entirely sure how he died so fast there. Really nice border defense though from Better Call Scuttle to get that killed that quickly.
They're in this close range now with the overtime, so it's gonna be just one mistake and that's gonna be it. It gets really intense.
Oh, he got harpooned?
Oh, okay.
It's a massive play. Oh, Better Call Scuttle are really turning it up now. So what he did was he harpooned Kitty Cat and then blundered him. That's why he died so quickly. See, on my POV, it looked like Kitty landed on like the front of the like
yeah,
bowsprit.
it looked like he landed a deck shot. That harpoon blunder strat, though, it can be very effective if you catch that player off guard. They don't have enough time to react.
Can be. And in that action, Better Call Scuttle got a second kill through a cannonball from somebody on Golden Sea Dogs. And as they were getting that revive, which they did, they'd sent some borders over, and the borders got immediately cleaned up by Sage. Now it's I think it's a 3v3 right now, and the Golden Sea Dogs giving lots of pressure, as we can see on our left screen there, to Better Call Scuttle, and now they've sent two borders. Sage and Vayne have gone over. We can jump on board with Sage's POV. Don't want to do it in the middle of action though. Playing with his teammate, we're just going to let him push down. They're already mid-deck and it's already GG.
They're mid-deck.
Golden Sea Dogs looking so strong.
Both teams there were bucketing at
Game
mid-deck,
over.
but Golden Sea Dogs just managed to put that extra little bit of pressure.
Yeah, in that close range broad, when Better Call Scuttle made that a 4v3 by killing Kitty Cat, I would thought that they could have used that to be a massive turning point in the game, but Golden Sea Dogs just weren't under pressure, and I guess Better Call Scuttle already were, so they didn't make the most of it, and Golden Sea Dogs managed to stay on top there and see out the win. Yeah, Luke, I'm not sure what you just watched.
Yeah, I was really thinking after that harpoon play that Better Call Scuttle would have had this match, but Golden Sea Dogs managed to just turn it around.
Let's go ahead and update that group. So that's Group D, and Golden Sea Dogs just looking so dominant in this group. Taking them up to 9 points, which with one game left for them to play, that does secure them first place in Group D. And now it's just up to Elopolice and Better Call Scuttle to determine who takes the second spot in this group. We'll see that next time out, but our last match of today is going to be a Group C match. Pestilence versus HMS Terror played each other in the last match day. Pestilence looking really convincing with a 2-0 win versus HMS Terror. So we'll see if HMS Terror can turn things around today, but Pestilence are a very strong team, and it's going to be
HMS Terror has their work cut out for them here. They're going to have to play at their very best if they want to take this over.
So the POVs that we've got for Pestilence here is Juan, MC for Pestilence, and we've got Indy, who is Pestilence's bilge, making up two of the players from a very strong lineup. Looks like I see Golden Seeker on their ship too, and I would assume, yep, there he is, Helm, Llama. For HMS Terror, I'm not sure whose POVs we have today. I'm just gonna give that a check now. We have Jerry, we've got Boga, I think. Yep, here he is. Nice. Both teams just working their way to their corners, should be almost ready to go.
The exciting action of competitive precision parking. Are we gonna have any comms for these ones, MZ?
Just want a quick check. I see some audio on a couple of these. Not sure if we'll have comms, but we've definitely got some audio.
Alright.
I think HMS Terry usually leave their comms up. Indy occasionally does. We'll see what sort of mood he's in today. Comms equals stream sniping, Cabra. I feel like the casters give it away more what's happening. We're just here to describe what's happening, so we'll let everybody know exactly when they're hurting. Teams aren't allowed to have the stream running with audio while they're playing their games to avoid that. Just because that extra information giving away, you know, what could potentially be the right time to board, we don't want to let them know that, and for them to figure out from what they see from their POVs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, part of the skill in competitive is being able to read the state of your opponent's ship.
Prepare yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go!
My casting is definitely not improved. I'm just here to show the POVs and try my best. So let's see what comms we've got here. This is Pestilence's audio right now, but not sure if there's actual comms on here. Switching over to HMS's audio, we'll see if there's comms on this one. Doesn't sound like it right now.
Alright, Nimsy. You get to be the comms for these ones.
I know we have some on this, but I have the POVs the wrong way around. Let me just switch these up. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna jump on board with some comms from HMS Terry. Did I just see somebody leave the game, or in the corner of my eye? What popped up on Boga's?
That was a very quick little notification. I didn't catch it. I do only see 3 people top deck though. They may have had a disconnect.
It could have just been one of the previous ships, because those ships are done. It could have been them leaving the alliance because
yeah.
they're out. Good to see Joel has his shovel at the ready. It's going to come into play in this game, I'm sure.
Direi proprio di sì.
Digging deep for the win.
Non ti sento, bro.
Alright, let's see these opening shots.
I mean, Pestilence's broadside is normally just one of the most dominant of any of the teams that we have competing here, so it's always a struggle to handle. Joel being forced off his cannon there by a few cannons, which are just a lot of cannons going over the top of the ship from HMS Terry. Need to bring those down a little bit, make sure they're connecting exactly where they want to.
Li abbiamo persi. Ok. Boga, ci sei. Faccio le no?
Faccio il giro della roccia e poi ve li ridò di nuovo a destra sempre.
forse sono un po' al limite, sono un po' al limite.
Sì, sì, sono un po' al limite.
Yeah, it looks like Pestilence is just waiting for the to close the gap here, not bothering to make these long shots.
Un tiro tu giù che siamo contro vento. Sono fermati loro.
Flopulence. Hope that's in reference to the flopper cat,
Io non mi
not in
fermerei
reference to them
in
flopping.
Sono morto?
Sto sparando.
Sounds like somebody just got back. That's Jerry who just got backed. He was sort of in his starting screen there. He didn't see the cannonball coming. Should be an easier revive there for Meth to get.
Non mi sono fermato,
Yeah.
ho giù un ladello.
That's Jerry
Yeah,
back
and they
up.
get it.
And at this range, it's not close enough for Pestilence to capitalize on. I have noticed that they do tend to pounce after they get those one balls, but at this range, knowing that they haven't put quite enough pressure as they would like into HMS Terror, they're just going to play reserved, keep hitting those shots until that circle comes in a little bit closer.
Si avvicinano. Incatenate?
Yeah, you can see here Pestilence is trying to rotate on them to close that distance a little bit. Really get into that deadlier range where they can capitalize on those one balls.
Secchio ad Evo.
Yep. Let's have a peek in with Pestilence's Bilge Indy and see how he's getting on down there. Just running down now, he's not already down there, so they're dry?
They're dry bottom deck.
This
HMS Terror
range?
is not giving them the lower pressure.
Stanno perdendo anche il
In this range, you really expect them to have at least a couple of lowers for the Bilge to handle. The aim here is to get the flex, helping the Bilge deal with those lowers too, and the fact the Bilge isn't down already is not good for HMS Terror. They really need to start making sure they have a few lower holes, keeping Indy occupied down there.
Yeah, and there goes their mast too, so they're now sitting triple
He's
to
still
mast.
up. There's no way they don't have a single lower at this
Volete che
range.
gli do il culo?
Once again, I wonder, like, is this a choice that HMS Terror is making where they're calling just hit those top decks? Trying to go for those one balls.
È splashato.
Su di me.
Indy is just another MC right now. He's had nothing to do. I mean, now he finally has a couple of lowers to deal with.
Sono finito in acqua. Arrivo.
Io devo secchiare fisso.
But
But
the flex
HMS
and
Terror's
Bilge.
build has been down. Yeah, he's got Flex helping him now.
Yeah, and the MC got bagged there. Meth got bagged there. I'm not sure if Boga was managed. Yeah, Boga didn't manage to get the revive either because it sounds like there's borders coming. Can he get that first kill?
Splashato.
Vai tranquillo, vai tranquillo.
Oh, I couldn't see there. There was a backsplash onto the border defender there.
Yeah, Meth had to offer after the one ball, and I guess Boga did get the kill because we see Juan on the ferry here.
Yeah.
I find it such a
So they
struggle calling him
traded.
Juan instead of Joel. Juan.
Secchio, Boga.
Yeah, that was a one-for-one trade there,
Oh,
but
Boga
Meth
goes
go
down
for
on
the
top
one
deck. That's the
balls.
Bilge, and the MC Meth isn't even back yet.
Yeah, they're not gonna have enough crewmates to get that
rilasciato.
revive, so he does go to the ferry.
Abbiamo no.
I wonder, is Juan back yet? As soon as he gets back, I would imagine that he's going to go for a board if his team haven't gone for a board without him. They're touching
no,
mid-deck
their
already, and
build
that's going to be the
just pulled
sink.
in mid-deck. Yeah,
Siamo affondati.
Yep.
Vabbè, Evoc, lo capivi se serviva il terzo secchio.
and Pestilence, meanwhile,
Game
still
over.
dry.
Secondo me lì, raga, non dovevamo tenere.
Yeah, well, they didn't have anybody shooting cannons there for quite a while from HMS Terror since Meth died, and then Boga had to deal with the ladder guards, and then eventually dies himself. It's been about 40 seconds since they managed to get on a cannon, which is plenty of time for Indy to get any lowers that they did have, but all that game they just didn't have many lowers to deal with at all.
Yeah, and especially at that range, it's a surprising call to make.
It is. I just wonder whether it was intentional. I know that Pestilence do go for the one balls and they do put a lot of top deck pressure on. And as the team with that coming back into you, you do sort of get baited into shooting back top decks. But you do need to make sure you have at least a couple of lowers in your opponent just to keep their bilge off of cannons, because somebody said in the chat, Indy was basically just another MC there. It was just another free cannon, which is going to be a struggle to deal with. It was
Yeah.
basically 4 versus 3 on cannons for a long time, and then 4 versus 2 on cannons, and That's a lot of pressure for the Belgian Flex to handle.
Yeah, that cannon advantage can really make a difference, as we saw here. That was a pretty quick fight, though. It looks like they might still be supplying up the next two.
There is no
ships for
match
this
in between
matchup.
this, so we have to wait for these teams to resupply, but as you can already see
Okay.
on a ref POV, they're zooming their ship out there to resupply them on the go. Didn't even wait for Pestilence to come back in, they've already zoomed out there to get them supplied up. And as HMS Terra sail back over, ref ship will sail over to them too and get them supplied. Not quite as quick as Formula 1 pit stops, but we're trying. In the meantime, let's go ahead over to our matchups. We have a few of these to update. Friendly Ghosts 2-0 versus Lobsters, and Medical Scuttle losing 2-0 to Golden Sea Dogs. Currently, Pestilence 1-0 up against HMS Terror. Similar to what we saw last time out.
Yeah, all of these matches today have been very decisive.
Yeah, they have
Not
all
really.
2-0s, haven't they?
Yeah, all 2-0s. All pretty solid sinks as well. A lot of quick fights today.
Yeah, however, I have to say last time out, Pestilence versus HMS Terror, their first match against them was probably about half the time as that, so HMS Terror have actually improved a little bit. They're holding out for a bit longer.
Yeah, and that's good to see for sure.
In this next game, I really want to see them get more lower pressure though. I don't want to see a
Yeah, I don't
mid-range
know what
broad
that
with the bilge
was.
not able to, not stuck repairing. They need to make sure that there's at least 2 lowers at any given time to keep the bilge occupied.
Yeah, it's always great to see with these 2 matches in a row whether teams are going to kind of take their first match and learn and improve from it.
Q Fog. I feel like it's a Pestilence thing. I think Pestilence get hit by the fog worse than any other team. Of course, this next match is going to be the last one of the night. It'll be nice if the fog doesn't interfere with that. Hopefully we can get a match underway when the fog isn't here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this group and see what potential outcomes we could be seeing. So this is a Group C matchup. Last time out, Pestilence beat HMS Terror, taking 3 points. So if Pestilence get the win, which it looks like they're on their way to do today, they're going to go on 6 points, and they won't face each other again in the group stage. But they do both have 2 matchups against Bloody Rascals. Pestilence will have to play Bloody Rascals twice, and HMS Terror will have to play Bloody Rascals twice. So there is still hope for HMS Terror. If they get 2 wins versus Bloody Rascals, that will put them on 6 points and they can still make it out of the group. And Bloody Rascals with 4 matches to play still, they could catch up and beat Pestilence to the first spot, assuming that they win those matches versus Pestilence. But by the look of how strong Pestilence are right now, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, it's really going to be up to Bloody Rascals here. See how they do in their games to push Pestilence out of that guaranteed first placement after today. Yeah,
talking about his own team in
talking
third
about
person.
your own team in third person. I wasn't gonna say anything. But
Yeah, that's my translation. Me saying, let's hope they can do it is, Aori, get your shit together, we gotta win those games.
Yeah, don't throw.
Alright, we'll drop this facade. I'm scared of Pestilence, they're a good team. Confident in my team too though, so we'll see. HMS Terror, as I said last time on stream, HMS Terror are full of surprises, so it's a hard group. I've nicknamed it the Group of Chaos. C standing for chaos, of course. Not throwing any buckets? Okay, good job.
I might go grab a quick cup of water before this next match starts.
You go for it, you've probably got a minute.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
See how the resupplying is going. Looks like both teams are supplied as HMS Terror shoot our lovely referee shuffle off of the ship. He's going to make its way back to that ref map for us. Pestilence are already ready to go. Bananas at the ready. Oh, hey Zezius. Zezius, you in the chat right now? Give me a hello.
Your match will begin shortly. Please take your starting position.
Every time I see a plus casters, I'll bring this up for you guys. Here we are. A live score? Modge, the live score's right here. Just come onto the stream, look. Ta-da! Pestilence, a 1-0 up. Like, it's right here. You want me to post it on the stream and be on Discord and post it? Let's get some big music going into this next game, seeing as it's just about to begin. Get a bit of build up going for these teams. Hello, welcome back, Tank.
Hello, back
yeah,
just in
Python.
time.
This is the last match of tonight.
Prepare yourselves. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, it looks like Pestilence will get that last fog fight again. Came in just for them.
Yeah, one of their recent match days, I think all of their fights were in the fog games versus Venomous and against Better Call Scuttle, and it really, really hindered them. They didn't like it at all, which can't blame them. It's pretty horrendous. Maybe that extra element can give HMS Terror something else to work with.
Yeah, I mean, you can see maybe they'll do something to take advantage of it. We're going to see both of these teams really relying on the map. As you can see here, they've got someone down watching for that ship position.
Yeah, we've got a new role in the competitive scene. We've got the map watcher.
They're just practicing to be a referee, you know, that's really what it is. They just really want to be a ref.
Love to see it. You can't see anything from the ref ship? Okay, well we have the POVs to check these things out. As long as we can see if they go out of bounds and when they sink, then we're all good.
Allora. Ti servirebbe il tom tom fisso.
Stanno a destra nostra. Ora.
Spariamo?
Fog couldn't wait just an extra 15 minutes, could it?
No, I had to come in at the last match.
Loro
Yep. So far not so bad, no PvE interruptions, no fog for the rest of the games, just this last match, very, very last match being hindered. As both teams struggle to find each other in the mist. Oh no.
Tipo in rotazione.
Yeah, I imagine it's a little bit of a mental game here too, because you don't want to reveal your position before you know you can hit your shots. Because as soon as you start shooting, the other team's going to be able to dial on you.
Sono su di me, stanno pescando.
Jerry shoots out, maybe not going for a board, but just to act as a bit of a scout to find out where Pestilence's ship is. And if he plays his life and his teammates start shooting at his name, then they know exactly where the ship is.
Yeah.
You guys scared me for a minute. I thought there actually was a Kraken in the fog.
Oh no,
Madonna,
don't.
ancora peggio.
No, not
Pure-
today.
Pure dentro, cioè.
Dai, mi ha sniperato. Mentre cercavo di prendere la
They're all
canna da
jumping in to see
pesca
if they can
per
get this
fare
kill as the mermaid
stipati.
dives. He's not there anymore. Jerry managed to get away just in time.
No, non so te.
Yeah.
Look at this position on the map, though.
Per favore, tenetemi aggiornati.
Sì, alla nostra
Pestilence.
destra, raga, ci stanno tipo da una punta.
I want to say it's Pestilence is completely nosing HMS Terror. That name in the water was really helpful to help HMS Terror find out where that ship was.
Yeah, they're trying out the cannon shots now.
Più a destra, più a destra, più a destra.
Are they hitting them? That's the question.
Ma li state colpendo?
Rider Rose
No!
Ho sentiti. Destra, 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 sono vicini.
It sounds like HMS Terror are having a lot of fun in the fog, at least, right?
Yeah,
Sì, più a sinistra.
Vai, vai,
at
vai,
the very least, they're having a good attitude.
The cannons are connecting with each other's ship right now. This is going to be a nightmare for dodging one balls. It's going to be really late that you see those cannonballs emerge from the fog. See exactly how cautiously these teams play it. There won't be much that they can do. Oh, it's just a bit of a game of luck right now.
Faccio io il fuoco se vuoi. Cioè se vuoi, faccio il fuoco.
Si vede un cazzo, cioè neanche sotto. Hai spliciatissimo? C'avevo il
Looks like Pestilence doesn't have too bad of the bottom deck pressure.
It's meth from HMS Terror that eats that first one ball. An easy
Yeah.
revive though. Juan, these cannonballs are missing him by inches.
Mi sa che pure loro a noi però,
Ho il buco sotto.
I mean, it's hard to dodge one balls, but in this fog, it's also hard to aim for the one balls as well. So, it is very much a game of a little bit more luck involved.
Best thing they can do if they want to get these one balls is try and shoot back at the cannonballs coming towards them. That's the best way to find out
Yeah.
where those cannons are, but it's still not easy. Especially picking out at the lowest, they have no idea where the bottom of the enemy ship is right now.
Ma pure io ho hitto, ma non so dove. Però io ho hitto più basso di te, mi sa. No, ora non mi hitto.
You can see even the map is foggy right now.
Occhio,
Yeah,
nessuno
they are
fa-
really in the
non
thick of it.
andiamo
This
su
is
più
pretty
palle, ragazzi.
horrendous.
Oh ma. Io non hitto un cazzo. Ecco, adesso hitto. Penso sia basso perché...
Ok, siamo a onda alta.
Io hitto on deck.
Ma se andassi in silence?
Yeah, it looks like they've settled into
No, no,
a
no, vabbè,
very
no.
classic orbital rotation here.
Boga?
I just wonder how close they are to each other because they really can't tell, but Jerry's gonna jump off the back of his ship
Io
here.
provo a immaginarmi la rotation.
Maybe trying to get that visual confirmation
Voi
again.
però dovete provare a cannonare perché sennò sono...
Yeah, it was quite helpful for them earlier.
Sono sempre in rotation tutta a destra.
It's a great time to go for some sneaky boards as well. And especially if you go silently by jumping off of your ship instead of going out of a cannon, then they
Ok, li vedo.
really won't see it coming, but I think he might...
Grande onde.
He's not gonna take his merm there. I think he is probably gonna try play for the board here.
No, 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 più
It's a tricky play though because you have to
avevo
have a
fatto
good
una
sense of direction of what you're swimming to, because swimming around in that fog can be very disorienting.
Stanno da una mezza punta, però stanno tipo a 2 o 3 vele, fra.
Sono, raga, sono full alzati loro con le vele. Riuscite a cannonare un po'?
Oh, li vedo. Matt, girati, spara.
But let's see, he might be able to catch them by surprise here. I don't know if Pestilence.
He might. I mean, Juan's not guarding.
Io no, me ora.
No.
Indy's on cannons too. I think he's gonna get a free board here. He's waiting for the ship to come to him because he doesn't want to swim loudly. Or is he just waiting here so that his team know where to shoot? No, he does want the board. As predicted,
Yeah,
completely
he-
free up. Can he get one free kill? He hits Llama off at least. Did he get the skeet?
Sono su.
No, he didn't get the
I couldn't
skeet.
see.
You can see Llama's still alive on Juan's POV, reboarding his own ship. Jerry's
Là forse dovevamo aprire con le
thought he was going to play his life there, but he very aggressively ran out and dies on mid-stairs, gives his life away a little bit.
Due loro hanno una vela aperta.
I think maybe he was trying to go for the anchor there. I'm not really sure what that. Yeah, that aggressive run forward. Not sure what the decision was there for that one.
I think, yeah, if he gets that anchor off in this fog, that could be massive, just so that
Raso
his team don't have to
acqua e
worry about
sparo.
re-finding the ship once it's anchored, it's there.
Più lontano.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
really
They would
aggressive
know
with that many people
exactly where to
alive.
hit those
Oh, black.
shots.
Exactly. With that many people alive, it's really difficult to push that anchor, especially past the likes of Juan,
Non li vedo più.
who is really competent with his gun skill, as are the rest of his crew. It's a difficult team to push through to play for the anchor.
Yeah.
Eccomi, sono
Un
spawnato
altro?
giù. Ma andate su, ci sto io.
Some low pressure on HMS Terror, dealing with these lowers here, but
Attento, chiunque fosse
Yeah, it's not too bad, that lower pressure.
Vabbè, boh.
Matt, richiudimi là davanti per favore.
Sì.
Non stare giù perché se
sali,
sale...
sali, Jerry.
Ok, salgo.
I mean, like we were saying before, it's
abbiamo
really hard to
tanta
find your
palle.
shots in this fog, so giving that
Stanno tirando
consistent
il
lower
culo,
deck
stanno
pressure
ripandando via, vabbè.
is gonna be a challenge.
Eravamo messi in difficoltà forse.
Non penso.
Boh.
Io
Quindi ci danno il
e
culo?
Matt gliel'abbiamo fatti i
Vabbè,
bazzi,
ho
però,
capito, ma che ci vuole attaccare in sta situazione?
No, certo, niente.
Seito sono un god.
No, non spara. Raga, ma abbiamo tanta palle.
Pestilence
Dobbiamo
being 1-0 up, it is up to
Cioè, io non so
HMS
loro,
Terror to
però
be the
loro
aggressors here.
mi hanno dato l'impressione di averne usate molte meno.
Ma
Stanno
stavano
rigirando.
sparando
Looks
due
like they're
con
peeling
noi.
away a little bit. Maybe trying to get out in front of
So, me la so
Pestilence here. I'm not
giocata.
really sure what this positioning is. Yeah, Pestilence is just chilling. They're taking the time to rep their anchor. They know that they can just sit on this one and push it for a draw here. So they're really making HMS Terror have to work for it.
Li vedo lì.
I don't know, Pythor, that's sort of what got him killed, playing the anchor there. More
Yeah.
with eyes tier, playing the mind games, playing your life, staying alive, making sure that they're distracted.
Non so, ho tirato su tutte.
They won't be able to get on cannons if
Yeah.
you're running around the
mean,
back of
even
their
just
ship.
Dov'è che ho più
keeping his
libertà
name
di
tag
manovra?
on their
Andando a
top
est,
deck
immagino.
could help them dial in.
Sì, vabbè, ma c'è la roccia.
It's
It's
overtime.
just avoiding the rock here. Going into overtime, not much has happened in these 10 minutes, so I mean, mostly because of the... Mostly, I
We've
mean,
got someone
entirely
on
because of the fog.
Pestilence up in Crow's Nest, just trying to get that visual on their opponent.
Vabbè, raga, vogliamo fare un grande draw? Dai, no, ma proviamoci.
Abbordiamo.
No, a nostra sinistra. Provate a abbordare in due.
Non lo so.
Faccio deck shot, sono un dio.
Cosa
No,
vuoi
sto
che
più a destra
faccia?
di
Non-
voi. Era deck
non-
shot.
HMS Terror sending that border out again. We'll jump on with his POV.
Io mi sono sparato male.
It's like Meth went as well, 2 coming out this time.
No.
Io volendo posso abbordare.
Not
I think
so
it might be
silent.
Ma sono su di te?
they know they need to do
li
something to
vedo.
push for this win.
Aspetta.
And coming into overtime
Vai.
with Pestilence being
Bitta,
fully
bitta,
repaired,
bitta.
just
Sì,
sitting
sì,
there,
io sto a
it's
destra.
not a lot of time to push an advantage.
Aspetta però.
Pestilence know about it though, that's why you see Juan standing around the anchor here, just in case somebody does get on.
Non ti far spottare, Matt. Io li ho
Also
già-
keeping
he's
an eye on
watching
the
that
front of the
water.
ship.
Dato uno.
Ah, sì, più a
Aspetta, vai.
sinistra.
Aspetta.
Sì, sì, li pio.
Stanno
They are
guardando a me.
close to them, we can see on Jerry's POV right by the ladder. Takes one hit,
Giro.
plays his life under the ship. Meth on the other side, still alive. Still 2 of them working it here.
Fate pochi bassi.
I wonder what they're doing back on the HMS ship back there.
Infatti.
They're just shooting
they're
at the
trying to
names, so they
find
are
their
using the
shot.
names.
Vabbè, pure te giochi della
Meglio di
Did
stare
Meth die there? Juan got a nice one blunder hit on him, but I think he was not at the top of the ladder, so I don't think it was a 1 blunder.
Adesso mira praticamente a
I
Jerry.
could be wrong,
Non prendo più però. Adesso sto
but I think I'm wrong. I think Meth
Sai che
did
non
die
tutto
there
su
to
e
Juan.
noi invece
Yeah, we
avendo
can only see
una
one
vita
name now
Non so manco dove
on
sta. Si rientra
Boga's
dal lato
POV looking over towards the ship, and that's Jerry, who's still playing his life under the water here.
He's got a shark on him now, though, so I think he's decided to swim for a mermaid.
Attenzione bot. Sta tornando. Ci sta.
O Black.
He knows he's not
Raga,
gonna get up
fatevi
on that,
logare.
on the ladders there.
True.
Yeah, but Pestilence aren't aware that he's taken his mermaid back, so they're still looking for him,
They're
still wasting,
watching.
still using their energy on that. Coming down to the final 2 minutes now, it's really got to be do or die time for HMS Terror. It's all or nothing. They've really got to push in here.
Vabbè, dai, se
One
calcio
giving
con
us a
palle
yawn
cambiamo,
emote.
meglio
Not
di
much
fare
going
con
on in
loro
this
che
game
stanno
for
là a
them.
fare nulla.
Yeah, I mean,
Vabbè, ma loro
they
cioè,
really
non
just
sono
have to
chiusi
sit
al
there.
mondo.
They don't need to do anything
Io veramente non capisco.
to
Ah,
secure
stanno a sinistra, non siamo nel...
the advantage for themselves.
Nord-ovest.
Boh,
Partita.
eccoli. Mi sa che non ce li abbiamo,
No.
Both
ce li
teams
abbiamo,
trying
ce
to
li
find
abbiamo.
those shots
Se
now.
miro troppo a nord-est rischi di fare morto.
Oh, ho hittato in
Io li
realtà.
pio, io li pio, io li pio.
Vabbè, me li do un po'.
Cannonballs flying in finally, coming into the last minute and a half of the match. Surely not long enough for HMS Terror to be able to get the sink on Pestilence.
Metti, io non hitto.
Yeah, they're gonna
Io
have to
hittato.
do something really big here if they want to have that
Io
only
hitto.
a minute left.
Non sono morto.
Sto restando.
Both ships are
Ho
sitting
visto
parallel,
all'ultimo,
sails up.
One ball there on HMS Terror ship. I think it was Boga, but I'm not
Yeah.
entirely sure.
Ricarico.
Pretty sure that it was.
Sirena.
In this fog, though, the one balls, you're not going to be able to target that revive spot, so most of the time they're going to get that res off.
Juan did go for a board there. He dies on the ladder just as I saw him go for the board and I switched to his POV.
Dove cazzo sono? Oh,
Ce n'è uno
There's
su.
another person on board. I'm pretty sure it's Golden Seeker.
È in acqua,
Nearly
in acqua.
gets skeeted by Jerry, but he did definitely get hit off the back of the ship.
no, è sempre
Yeah,
lui.
I mean, with these boards, all Pestilence needs to do is just keep HMS Terror busy until the timer runs out.
Boga faccio
Yeah, and
io,
Llama's
Boga
gone
faccio
for the
io.
board now too. Just 20 seconds
Un
left.
altro, sono di più,
If
sono
they
di
get
più.
all these kills and they get some lowers in, then maybe, but really running out of time here. It's like Golden Seeker's dead, just Llama and Indy alive for Pestilence, but HMS Terror just don't have the lowers into Pestilence.
Sono morti
With
3.
3 seconds left, it's going to be a GG 1-0 win for Pestilence.
Cannoniamo un attimo.
Game over.
Stato, raga. Cos'è che ti serve? Oh, vabbè.
Ah,
There it is,
ma
that's really
non
unfortunate
dovessi
that the
però-
fog came into play so heavily in that last match, but GG's to both teams.
GG's. Fog fights, they're so difficult.
Hopefully we don't have to see too much more of that. So let's go over and add. Firstly, we'll finish off this score. These are how all of our results went this evening. Friendly Ghosts early on with a 2-0 win versus the Sinking Dutchman, and it was Better Call Scuttle with a very convincing win versus Elo Police. Following that was Friendly Ghosts back again, and they took on Lobsters, beating them 2-0 to take the top spot in that group. Better Call Scuttle then losing to Golden Sea Dogs, who were just looking way too strong in Group D, and then Pestilence very calmly in the fog seeing out a 1-0 victory versus HMS Terror, and then we can check out how that makes all of our groups look. So currently Group A, no matches tonight, so that one went untouched. Venomous and Midnight Waters still on 1 point each, and then we have Group B, where Friendly Ghost shot to the top of that table. 6 points for them, 3 points for Lobsters, 0 for Sinking Dutchman. We'll see if Sinking Dutchman can get some points back next time out, and we'll see if Lobsters can catch back up to Friendly Ghosts, or whether Friendly Ghosts run away with Group B. Then Group C, Pestilence. This hasn't been updated, sorry. So 6 points there for Pestilence, both of the wins for them in this group on HMS Terror. Bloody Rascals yet to play, so 6 points for them. HMS Terror on 0, and Bloody Rascals having not played yet, of course, on 0 points. And then finally Group D, Golden Sea Dogs looking very strong. 9 points for them, 3 points for Better Call Scuttle. Golden Sea Dogs already securing the top spot in Group D. They will qualify in the #1 position and have the best possible seeding in the knockout stages. So that's been all of our matchups tonight. Any surprise results there, Tank, or all pretty much as expected?
I would say all pretty much as expected with these not really any surprises.
Yeah, I think based
Most
on
of these
the...
teams,
Sorry, go
it's
ahead.
pretty clear. It's pretty clear from the Elo section. The stronger teams are taking the 2-0s here pretty convincingly.
Yeah, definitely so. So I guess we'll see what happens next time out. I'll just go ahead and have a quick look at what matches we have coming up next week. So next Thursday, Golden Sea Dogs will be taking on Elo Police in Group D. Elo Police really need to win that game if they want a chance of qualifying for the knockout stages. Then Lobsters versus the Sinking Dutchman. That will give them an opportunity to catch up to Friendly Ghosts in their group. Bloody Rascals coming in for their first group stage matches. That's going to be against Pestilence, who are sitting pretty at the top of Group C. And then finally, Venomous versus Midnight Waters. Last time out, a draw for them, currently on the same 1 point in their group. So that will be the game that decides who finishes top of Group A. So exciting matches next week. Should be good. But for today, that's it from both of us. So it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming to watch, and farewell.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
I thought you were talking to me there, Joel. It makes sense before talking. I was like, oh no, what have I said? Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye!